Hey Internet, my name is Todd and we're going to play some Dungeons & Dragons. We're just going to take a few seconds to get set up here. We're a couple minutes past start time, sorry about that folks. But feel free to jump into chat, say hey to all the players, make suggestions mid-game, tell them you want me to throw a Tarrasque at them, whatever you want. Okay, maybe... All right, let's go around and introduce everybody. I'm going to get people back up on the stream. I don't think the cameras are going to be quite right. No, it says Gord is Bella, so I'm going to fix that. But meanwhile, why don't you go ahead and tell us who you are, Gord?
Gordon? Hey, I'm Gordon, longtime player. And yeah, Gordon, I'm good with either. Playing Fenris, the Shadow Sorcerer in Hell.
In Hell, that was our most recent journey, as you went on a journey to Hell. So that's gonna be fun. And
but he's also gone through quite a journey. So he's definitely some of his behavior and his attitudes are just starting to shift a little bit, given recent events.
Well, yeah, your parents were dead, and you have finally sought vengeance.
Yep.
And promptly
fell into the one personally responsible.
Yeah, and promptly fell into a gateway to hell, which only you could see for a little while, actually. That's kind of weird. Anyway, I'm sure that won't come back.
Nah.
In any way. Not
I've never heard of Chekhov's gun.
All right, and I'm still fixing cameras, but let's jump over to say hello to Darmita, played by Bella. Hey, Bella, you are on.
Hey, everybody. I am Bella, and I'm playing Darmita, our notorious Gloomstalker Ranger. And she's hoping to have some fun in hell.
I've always had a question. Just exactly how big is the chip on her shoulder? Like I'm picturing like 6, maybe 7 kilometers. It's basically an asteroid on your shoulder.
What's her wingspan? I guess.
Oh, touche.
That's a good question.
Yes,
I'd also love an answer so I can draw her. That would be great if you could come up with that by the end of the day.
Absolutely, and that, we will talk about Darcy and art in just one sec. Thanks for the most recent Instagram. I was enjoying those, Darcy. But before we move away from Bella, I did want to mention just that you have some skin in the game, as it were, and your hard-nosed, tough-ass exterior is tempered a little bit whenever you happen to come in contact with
the old man.
With the old man, and you definitely got rattled. That was interesting. The dice seemed to want you to be rattled after the battle versus your mother, who you were convinced was dead, and I guess technically is dead. I don't know.
She seems pretty dead.
That's a weird one. That's one we're gonna puzzle out later. So
what is death in D&D?
I am glad that Ben-Kum was the one who kind of, helped me finish her.
Yeah, it was almost kind of like not that you froze up, but it just kind of the timing worked out that way, So that was kind of cool. So if you're not
sure, it was a good sequence because they're sort of, everyone was sort of doing their own role. It wasn't all just let's unload on killing Darmita's mom.
Yeah,
that's
everybody.
That's
was
for
busy.
her to do.
Yeah,
her and her friend Ben-Kum.
Absolutely, and Ben-Kum was basically like, "Why are you not murdering?" Let's jump over and talk to Darcy here for a moment. Hey, Darcy, how's it going?
Hi. No, great.
I'm
playing.
No. Oh, keep going.
What?
Keep going. I just gotta get.
I'm playing Felicia the Thunder, but you can call me Auntie Eighteenth, because we're in hell and I don't want you telling anyone my name. She's a Sir Benevolent gnome druid who is very excited to attune to this new land. Right? This is a world like any other, and it has natural forces to commune with and see what's up.
Natural and supernatural, and that's interesting. Now that you mention that, I realize your deep gnome was living on the surface and enjoying this new land, and now...
Oh yeah, I love traveling. I guess.
Apparently, Felicia does really love traveling. Speaking of traveling, unfortunately, some of our players couldn't be here today, so we're going to make them NPCs and have them instantly killed. I think that was what we decided before the show.
Yeah, I think so. I remember that conversation.
Yeah. So the first of whom is, of course, our lovable Goliath murderer bot, named Ben Coom, played by Trent and Ben Coom Delote. And he's always a fun character. So we'll, I think generally Darcy's been playing him when he's not around, but we'll see. It depends on the interactions we might have. I might mix
I will
things
occasionally
up.
quip, but I usually, I guess I roll sometimes too.
Absolutely.
I don't have permission on the sheet yet, but I did import it, so
we'll figure that out.
It is in the new Roll20 table.
Nice. And yeah, we do use Roll20. I'm still learning. I'm not very quick at it, so sorry, internet. But and that brings us to our other player. And one last thing before we talk about Ben Coom. He has been up close and cozy with a chain devil.
That sounds like something different.
And he's got these 2 chains from chain devils that are his magical items that he's been slaying people with and spending all kinds of charges on, which have consequences, most of which involve exhaustion. After the last fight and you guys finally had a rest in the basement of a ramshackle old broken down gambling establishment that Archibald knew about, Ben Coom finally got a long rest, so that's going to be weird, but I'm going to deal with that when Trent's back. For the rest of you, all you happen to know
we talked about it, and you said, weirdly enough, he looks better than ever.
Weirdly enough, he looks well rested and not shaken up. So we'll see what happens with that later. Speaking of some people who aren't here, there is Archibald Cunningham. Archibald Cunningham, a dandy duelist rogue played by Jay. And so Jay couldn't be here, but he also paints minis, and you can check him out on Instagram there. And unfortunately, he can't make it every week, but we're getting him in as often as we can because it's always fun to have extra people. Speaking of which, every once in a while, I have considered doing a guest spot. So if anybody wants to jump into our game, hit us up on Instagram. I might make this like a contest or like a buy points, or I don't know. I haven't decided that yet, but I'm cool to have some guest players and play with some viewers. So I actually had the good fortune to play some, what's it called? Elite Dangerous, which is another game I play on stream. And so we had Yaofan, and I've had Gemini Twin jump in. So lots of fun. And I've got other players who might jump in, and you guys are welcome to invite people too if you know somebody who wants in, either in the short term.
I recently discovered that there is an Elite Dangerous role-playing game. So
wow,
I don't know.
I'm actually
Maybe you
not
should look into that.
surprised. I probably should. I love me the space. Like, dude, I know there are
Don't
problems.
know if it's good, but it might be at very least like a cool setting guide for a different system. If it's
I know
not good.
there are problems with Firefly and like that world. I understand that, but I love that world. Not the world and all
It's
the
good.
problems, but like the idea of expansion and the expanse. So I would
Yo,
definitely
Finn
dig that.
said, "Are you really sure you want somebody like Gemini to lay waste to your world?"
Absolute. As if you guys haven't
Yes.
already been laying waste to the world. Really, it would just
Well, see,
limit
that's
you.
the thing, right? Like your power is so much more limited if you're actually a player.
I think. Well, you guys also
I want
have
them to
plot
be a
points, too.
god.
You guys have plot points, and so do you, internet. You have plot points too. Good to see you, Yaofen. Thanks for dropping by. And yeah, we absolutely would. If the schedules align, you want to play, you could join, or you can just stay on the chat and occasionally quip in and change our world around us. So I'm looking forward to that, and that goes for any viewer. Just spend a plot point and make it happen. The players here also have plot points, so that's what we'll do there. And so
Yeah, gotta get on using those more.
oh, for some reason my chat thing is not working. Anyway, don't forget to also check out Darcy's art. I'm trying to transition. Come on.
Well, thank you.
Don't forget to check
Yeah,
out.
you can find me at Boyd Scratchings on Instagram. If you just go to DarcyBits or twitch.tv/DarcyBits, DarcyBits, that's where all my links are. I've started streaming myself, actually, so that's fun.
Yeah, man.
Check that out, maybe.
Which reminds me, I still have to throw up the auto host for you. I log into Twitch so rarely, actually.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Lately, I've been working in my basement.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, we do use Roll20, and like I said, I'm still learning it. And welcome to hell. So
Such a pretty place.
It is. It's surprisingly pretty. With El Torel is a city suspended above the river Styx in Avernus, the first of the 9 hells. You guys have found your way here. And we have crash-landed our own homebrew campaign into Descent into Avernus, or at least a version thereof. So here we go. Oh, that's not the button I want. Where's the button I want? So, anything else anybody wants to do before we dive in?
I think it's good. I think we're about to get attacked by some scouts. We got to make sure they don't, tell anybody they saw us. Or something like that.
Absolutely.
That's what I remember.
So you guys...
This is the first time I've looked at the Arrival to El Torel handout. So I can see it from the side view now, and that's very cool. I can actually picture that a lot better now. I'm that's the cool orb in the sky. Okay.
I wonder if I can pull that up. Hold on a second.
You should. It's good.
I should. It's
a good picture.
It'll be here somewhere. I just have to find it. Here it is. It's got to be here somewhere. Chapter 2.
Yeah, it's going to be harder for you because I can only see one handout because,
There we go. I just have to... Yeah, so...
But you have all of them.
I do. This does a much better job than what I will describe. So you guys find yourselves on crumbling remains of a city which is slowly being dragged down by massive chains. Iron spikes suspended up nearby will act as stabilizing platforms as the city itself is slowly being torn apart. Suspended above the city is this black orb that I believe you heard referred to as the Companion. The city was once a holy city, a center for lots of different worship, but especially in our game, the worship of Pelor. That was one of the key pillar gods here. Below, there's gravity here's weird. It's like pieces of the city can actually break off and stay suspended for a while and then start to fall. And slowly this is being drawn down. Simultaneously, you hear a roar from below. You hear a cacophony of screams, of battle, of blades, of spells, of death and destruction below you. As you were walking across your homemade bridge, kudos, by the way, that was a cool idea. Wall of stone for the win. To move from the east side. I looked it up
after and realized I did it slightly wrong, but it still was all kosher, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's all good. So as you made your way from the east side of the city, which is arguably much worse shape, to the west side of the city, you walked across a 10-foot platform between these two, managing to avoid the two well-guarded bridges. As you crossed over, you could see below. Also, Fenris happened to fall off, so he got a real good view. He's okay. You can see swarming up these chains on various angles. You can see these demonic beings slowly pulling their way up from the river Styx and trying to claw their way up and attack the city. Meanwhile, you can see winged devils and other devils flying down. You see ballistae, you see catapults, you see spells all raining down upon these devils, knocking them from the chains. This is part of the eternal war between the Abyss and the Hells. And El Torel has been dragged into this once holy city. And now you find yourselves there. Probably about 3 weeks, give or take, since this 2 to 3 weeks since this city got pulled in. I think before I said a month.
I don't think we knew, right? We hadn't heard from the city in a while.
You do have a couple.
felt like we
a
didn't-
little bit from the refugees, like the dwarves.
Oh,
They did
right.
say-
We have some people with us. That's a good point.
Yeah. So the dwarves and that mother of the two kids, who you managed to save from certain death and falling.
We have lost nobody yet.
So
Yeah.
far. So you spent the night in a crumbled gambling establishment, and they let you in because Archie is nefarious.
Yeah.
Oh, you found out that Archie came from here as well,
Mm-hmm.
which explains
Or
his
nearby,
disdain.
right? He was in a small town nearby or something.
No, he's a noble, or his family was. So, anyway,
Okay.
I don't know if you know that, but anyway. So you guys
No,
have
I
now.
just rewatched the episode. That's all. You said near here, so.
Oh, well, I was probably trying to be a little.
Boy,
iffy,
yeah.
Let him fill that in.
around these parts.
Yeah.
Around these parts. All right, so you guys have just made your way to the other side of this thin stone bridge, and you release the spell. The center platform merging away, a couple of the pieces falling, but most of them kind of flowing back towards the other sides, towards each side, and a few winged devils, spine devils, go zipping past, seeing the span, the 10-foot wide span, and you guys having crossed it, go past to investigate what the heck was that. And that is where we paused last game.
How close did they get before we noticed them? Is there a chance to actually hide before they see us?
Well, let's find out. So, let me just find the mini.
Yeah, my mic is being auto-balanced. This is stupid.
Man. I like...
I thought that the last one we finished last session that they did see us.
This is gonna come in... Whoa, that is way too big. Let's shrink that down a little, shall we? Now, this is only a placeholder. They're actually quite small. That you can just barely see them.
I mean, this is not intended as a battle map, but I
No.
love this type of map way better.
Oh yeah, you get more of a feel for a place. So you can see that the winged devils have, spine devils are now kind of harrying around this ever so devolving bridge. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
So there's not much time. There's just enough time to jump behind something. I can't
Well, what do you want to do?
we don't still have. How long has it been since Pass Without Trace went out? Because I remember Darmida was channeling that, right?
It's probably been about 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah, because I didn't have to drop it because of all my concentration stuff, but I think
Right.
Darmida still had it up.
Well, you guys had gone up to
Yeah, we went all the way from the inn to the bridge down to this bridge. So that
Yeah.
might have been over an hour. I don't know how long it takes to travel.
Well, let's
Yeah,
just
I
say
d-
it's probably near the end, but it's still up for another 5 minutes or so.
Okay,
5-10
I
minutes.
would recommend we hide. If we see this, I don't know if everyone does that or if people start getting ready to fight. But I'll make a stealth check myself.
All right, go ahead and make a stealth check if you're. And what do you want to do, Gordon?
Ooh, find some rubble. Hide behind it.
How many of them are there?
Right now, you can see 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
And I
I'll
believe
start
you,
with.
you would be just reaching the side, if not. Actually, you are about 30 feet below, just hovering yourself up. You can be there this round if you want, or you can hide below the lip, or you can descend down and take another look. Oh no, you crossed the bridge on foot, didn't you?
I crossed the bridge already.
I
Yeah,
went last specifically.
Yeah, I had saved a dwarf that fell over.
Yeah.
And helped her across, and then continued. So I think Felice was last.
I
Okay.
specifically wanted to be last, so I wouldn't I mean, it wouldn't have to actually change something, but the rationale was this is my bridge, I'm keeping it up. Once
Yeah.
I'm done, I can let it go down and blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
All right, I rolled a 22 with Pass Without Trace.
Nice. All right, and Bella, what do you want to
It
do?
was a 24 for
Nice.
my stealth. And I would have probably been in the middle.
Yeah, because you have to project that aura.
Yeah, so I would have wanted to protect I would have probably had the old man in front of me and likely Ben Coombe behind. I don't know. Usually the heaviest guy shouldn't go toward the end. But so I think for this moment, I'm going to keep the pass without a trace up until everybody gets across. Unless I see that they start attacking, and then I will drop it immediately to cast my Hunter's Mark.
Cool.
And that's what I'll do.
Are you talking, Todd?
Crossed.
Can't hear you, Todd.
Yeah. Check.
Yep, you're good now.
Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, Darmita's right near the edge over here where she can kind of marshal and hide the refugees who are with you. You've got the 2 twins, you've got the mom, you've got the 3 dwarves. I believe that's... Oh, and the old man.
And the old man.
And you said Ben Coombe. Where would you like Ben Coombe to be?
I feel like strategically we would have asked him to be toward the front.
That makes sense.
Just because I think the biggest guy needs to get across sooner.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Because, it's probably really taxing on Felice to have all that weight. I don't know.
The stone cracking ever so slightly underfoot. Meanwhile, Archibald is right behind him, and he's turned to one of the dwarves and says, "Do you mind if I borrow one of those?" and points at a crossbow that she's been lugging. And Katara looks at him and is like, "All right, but don't shoot yourself in the leg. Or me, you little bastard." All right, so you guys have made your way across, and can I get somebody to roll for Ben Coombe and for Archie?
I can roll for Archie because I have a sheet.
I'll roll for Ben Coombe. I don't have a sheet for him, but I can roll a d20.
We're doing Dex? Is that right? Or Stealth, I mean?
It's at least a 24 then for him.
Yeah, it's at least a 24 plus whatever his dex is.
Nice. I'm just going to make sure. Yeah, so technically you guys can control his avatar, but I don't think it's loaded in. All right. So, yeah, that's buckets. Buckets. Okay.
Oh, I got him.
Okay. So the spine devils circle around the last of this stone, and you hear them scream. You hear them calling out in kind of guttural infernal, something like, "What is this?" And they circle around for a little while, and you guys duck down. One of them lands on the... 2 of them land on the far side and start just hissing and tearing at the walls and peeking into the buildings. The other one circles over where you are but doesn't land.
How close?
He gets within about 40 feet, just right overhead.
And does he notice us?
He does not appear to slow down or notice anyone.
Okay. I am going to, from my hiding spot with an action, I'm going to restrain him with making sure that he's over the lake.
Okay.
The river Styx. I'm going to try to restrain him.
Okay.
With telekinesis.
With telekinesis.
Oh, right. It's already
I have
up.
to be clear about this. Yeah.
I'm just
I was
going
going to
to
say, are you casting...
crunch him.
Right, you're going to just grab his wings and squish them together? All
Yeah,
right.
squish him together and make him fall.
Go ahead and make your roll.
It's a contested roll against his strength. And I'm going to spend a luck point on that. So I spent 2 luck points. 13.
Barely.
Oh, just. So it flaps and you can see it, and it calls out, "What is this? What is this?" and starts to fall.
So he's restrained to the end of my next turn.
But you're holding him so he doesn't fall, right?
No. I'm making him fall all the way down.
So you're pulling him down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm launching him downwards.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's a weird thing, right? Like the restraint wouldn't last if you weren't holding them. If you're not holding them, then anyway.
So you're crunching him and trying to make him fall. So
Yep.
this beastie goes falling down. It clips the edge of the last as the stone bridge starts to retreat. It just clips it a little bit and gets a good spin going. Here's the trick. If you want to maintain that, you're going to need to be able to keep eyes on him. So,
Why?
like to maintain the to track where the telekinesis is grabbed.
Okay. I think as I understand it, I can try to move him, but I can't move him, and I can move him 30 feet in any direction, including upward, just not beyond the range of the spell, which is 60 feet. But he's also restrained until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
So what I was trying to do was basically grab him and just whip him downwards.
Oh, okay.
And he will be
the restraint would
restrained.
last even if you let go. That's an interesting interpretation.
Yeah, so he'll be outside of my 60-foot range. I won't be able to move him anymore, but he's restrained to the end of my next turn. I can try to maintain that if he's within range, but if I don't, he'll be free at the end of my next turn.
He'll be down there, and they fall
Right
really
down,
fast. Falling is like scary fast in D&D. All right. So anyway, he plummets out of sight to this blood-curdling screech. All right.
Gemini_twin said, complication, once restrained, something comes out of the water. It is hard to see, but you hear the crunching of the spine devil's bones.
Absolutely.
Crossing this river may be more precarious than you realize.
Yeah, you don't want to go in the water.
I think we already knew that.
I
don't want to go in any water. Water sucks in all D&D.
So you guys hear this horrible sound as this screech is suddenly cut short. And you can't quite see, but the other two spine devils on the opposite side look down and see this thing and like, what happened to Paul? And then they go flapping down a little bit and immediately come flapping back up and moving back towards the bridge over here, yelling bloody murder. Who speaks Infernal?
I do.
Like half the party, I think.
The non-me's, yeah.
So you guys hear them yelling something about demons.
Great, pass the buck.
I whisper over to Darmida from my hiding spot. I couldn't help myself. That was too much fun.
It's okay. I would have done the same if I had the ability.
All right, so the bridge is no more. You guys are on the far side, and they don't seem to have eyes on you. Where do you want to go?
I'm maintaining the pass without a trace.
Oh, I'd forgotten that all those stealth checks are plus 10, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They never saw you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they barely... The only one who might have was Felice, and plus 10, no way.
I mean, I got a 10. Like, I needed the plus 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But...
Yeah.
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 All right.
I think we're gonna go down towards that. Was it the High Hall?
It is.
Yeah, we have a destination. Is it this, like, big walled thing at the bottom?
It
Yeah,
is.
not too far. Yeah.
It's called the High Hall, and you guys are not very far from it. You can see it stretching up. You're actually kind of coming at it from the kind of the more fortified section of it.
Sure.
This is the central keep of the entire holy city. It is part fortress, part temple, dedicated to Pelor. I know, in the module is torn.
Can I call for a general perception, ear to the ground, kind of like, are there foot patrols? Are there any other people in, like, earshot?
Sure. Make a perception check.
I would love to. I should have got my sheet out before I asked that. Wait, why is that making a blip sound? I thought I had my browser turned off.
No, it shows a perception check for you.
Yep.
Um,
Anyway, 13. So not great.
All right. So
Midland.
you hear a couple of frantic screams from further into the city, further west and south, actually.
Sure.
You don't see anyone particularly here. Generally, the streets have been, well, hell. There have been roving flying devils, and you've seen a foot patrol before, but you don't see anyone in this particular area right now. You guys are moving.
Will it be off?
You guys.
Yeah,
are
I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think we're gonna move. Just follow the west and south, that kind of curve in the street towards the keep, and then loop up north around to the front. But stealthy, and I think we're all gonna keep an eye out perception-wise for anything in the air or roving bands as we go.
Absolutely. You only have a couple more minutes on your
the
That
path.
should be how long it takes.
All right, so I've made that thing able to move. So if you guys want to take control of it, we're using this
We do have control of it now.
direwolf token. Let's say you can go about. Let me just draw a shape. So let's say in a round you should be able to get to about that distance. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
less
Are we in round by round right now?
Not
Or
particularly.
do you want us to just tell you our intent and then you can?
Yeah, just tell you can just move it about it.
We're going there unless we hear something
Okay.
or someone attacks us.
Absolutely. So you guys scoot down a little bit further south. There's a walled courtyard. The wall comes up to just about. For Ben Coombe, he can easily look over it. Everyone else, it's a little above eye height.
Really?
And
Okay.
It's a walled kind of garden at the back of a small.
Can he
richly
do a
adorned
check?
house. Sure. Go ahead and make a perception.
Perception to see. Yeah.
Oh,
Hold
we
on.
got okay.
I gotta open his thing. Come on. You can.
We're talking about just like a random house, right? You're not saying that we made it all the way to the.
No,
to keep-
just the house right next to where the direwolf is currently. So you've only moved
Okay.
about 100 feet so far from where you landed.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't expect us to be going in such a short time. I mean, we traveled for 45 minutes pretty quickly earlier. So
Yeah.
Which is fine. Suddenly, this
within a
garden
couple
is
of
much
minutes.
more intriguing.
Yeah. Well, he just glances over. That's a 20 with not a natural, or a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Ben Coombe
15 on the
halts
die.
and gives a hand signal to Darmida. He sees something. On the far side of the wall, he sees a house. It's a fairly wealthy house. And in one of the windows, he sees, it's been smashed out, but he sees red wings, only about 4 feet across. The small, hideous, shrunken body, a spiked scorpion tail, barbed scorpion-like tail. An imp stands in the window, on the windowsill, looking inside, chattering away, hopping slowly from one foot to the next, facing in. The windows are short, down low, only about 2.5 feet off the ground. The whole building goes up about 2 flights. It's seen some damage, but it does look pretty secure. The imp is hopping back and forth and muttering away in infernal, which Ben Coombe does not understand. He turns to Darmida. Hey, what is he saying?
Can I hear him?
You listen in and get it for free. The imp is standing there going,
but it is a standard contract. We will have an agreement, you understand, upon your death. But your family will be safe. Do you agree?
And he passes over a long rolled scroll, a shorthand, kind of stocky dwarf or halfling. It's hard to tell from this vantage point. Hand reaches up, takes the contract, and starts rolling it as though reading it. The imp produces, snaps its fingers, and this pen apparates in its hand. It's like a quill.
So Dermida can't see; she can only hear. Ben
Coom would give you a
pick
bump.
you up.
Yeah, Ben Coom boosts you.
I would give you a bump. Like one of us would give you a bump, right? I could just lift you up with telekinesis.
That only lasts a minute, right? Or is it 10?
10 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
that's on
then-
for a couple more minutes.
Can I see? Does the dwarf that's being asked to?
It's a halfling, actually. Once you kind of go
sorry,
up over the edge. I was vague to begin with. It is a halfling standing there, dressed in nice clothes, but commoner clothes.
Okay. Can I see if they look like an insight to
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check.
me if it's an insight, because what I want to discern is, do they look dressed to sign this, or do they look eager and
He
like
looks
they
nervous.
to sign
He's flipping through this scroll, and the imp is impatient, and the halfling looks up, sweat dripping on his brow. He looks gaunt, like he hasn't been eating very well in a long time. And he
Why are we
swallows
stopping?
hard. The rest of the party kind of pauses and takes note that you've stopped. He looks back at the imp and swallows hard. And you promise my family will be well fed and safe? And he says,
Of course.
Oh man.
I'm watching Dermida. I don't know how much of this I picked up on, but she's clearly interested in something.
yeah,
Yeah.
I want to
you
see how
pick
she
it up.
reacts.
And anyone else who wants to kind of peek over, and you see Ben Coom boosting her, so something's going on. If anybody wants to kind of peek over the wall, you can go ahead.
I mean, I can't. Hey.
I look down to Fenris and kind of signal over.
I will lift myself up and look over. Do
You
I
see
see?
the-
And I see this?
Yeah, you see the imp, you see the halfling, you see this rolled up scroll of a contract.
Oh, and I would know this, right? From my training, what's being involved, this deal.
Probably. You get the idea.
And I feel like I would whisper to you what I perceive is going on, and that I don't like it, and I want to kill the imp now. And I will drop the pass without a trace.
You could just kill it.
Oh, don't yet.
You are a trained, devil killer. You know you can kill an imp in one hit. You don't need that. It's D8. Who cares? They have 15 hit points.
Oh, no. That's no trace.
It's true.
Well,
You
Pass
know-
Without a Trace was failing anyway soon.
Oh, okay.
That's fair. I mean, you could
Fair.
cast it just to have it up for the next 8 hours. That's totally legit. Can I ask a dumb question about is this the first devil we've seen? Why is this stand out? Why did we stop? Why didn't we just go?
most
Yep, that's
of
another
these-
devil. Let's duck behind the
most of
wall
these
and sneak
streets
by.
are deserted. And
Okay.
Any people have either fled or they're in hiding. Clearly, this group has been in hiding.
So this is the first, other than the spine devils, between the inn and here. This is the first devil we've seen.
Yeah.
Other than the
Oh,
bridge. as
no,
well.
And the ones on the
no,
bridge.
You saw a bunch of the bridge. You saw a couple of roving bands of. There are not many devils, but there
Okay.
are some. And
Trying to figure out why
the devil
this-
that
someone would stop at this.
you kidnapped.
This is the first one we saw, from my perception, interfering with
a
what
person.
I perceive to be innocent.
Yeah, totally. You're in defender mode. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would pick up this from Darmida. Is the imp holding the contract?
The halfling is holding the contract, and the
I
imp
pull
is
the
holding
contract.
a quill. Oh, you pull it with
Pull
you.
the contract.
Oop,
Okay.
it's gone.
And by the way, both of your Pass Without a Trace is going to be ending very soon, and Telekinesis is getting there. You're at least
Getting
halfway
there,
through.
probably halfway through. Okay.
Maybe a bit more. Anyway,
okay.
you have it up still, so contract just leaves the halfling's hand, and he flinches and looks at the imp, and the imp looks at him as though he threw the contract, and then looks over towards the wall.
Do I recognize the imp? Is it Zeet?
It's hard to tell imps apart, but it does look like a slightly different shade of red, and the bands of black don't appear to be exactly matching Zeet.
Okay. All right,
By
just
the
checking.
way, you guys haven't seen Zeet since you entered the prison.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's
Since
not
we
true.
exited the prison.
Well, we saw Zeet in the prison, and then we didn't see
Zeet left with
the other group.
Bahazur.
Yeah.
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 So I'm gonna duck down so they can't see me, but as I'm going down, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the imp.
All right. And where do you send this contract to? Is it going to your hand? Is it going?
It's actually I'm not gonna hold it physically, but it's gonna be right in front of right by me, and I'm going to
There. Oh,
and I'm
sure.
I'm going to call out. What do you think you're doing in
So
common?
And you can read Infernal, so you see
Yes.
it and just unscroll it, and you can see this contract laid out in front of you as you're
Yeah.
talking.
So I want to kind of glance at what it is, but also keep an eye on them
Of
and
course.
say, what is this?
The halfling is like, and the imp looks at you and says,
Mind your own business. I was invited. Wasn't I, Phil?
Gemini_twin said. So tempted to say that this imp is the Arnold Schwarzenegger of his kind, just to make this interesting.
nice, thanks, Gemini. Welcome.
Call
to
me
the
out
stream.
on my metagaming, thanks.
I love it. It's like, I love
Just
it.
bulking out.
This imp looks not terribly afraid, and looks at you and says,
I have plenty of contracts if you're interested. But that does not belong to you. It is his.
You notice that this vellum, it's not parchment, it's on some kind of very fine, soft, in some places cracked, etched leather.
Yeah.
About the same coloration as the halfling. The imp stands looking impatiently at you and says,
He invited me. I am here providing a service. We're not all mad. Perhaps you need something. Do you, mortal?
he's asking you, Fenris.
You know, I know enough about your ways to be wary of contracts, and you should too, halfling.
Can I get you to do an
Persuasion?
investigation check, actually?
Oh, investigation check.
You
Okay.
said you looked at the contract, right?
Yeah.
The halfling looks up and actually looks, after the initial startled reaction, looks relieved that you guys are here.
Yeah. Just an 11. I was just glancing at it, so I probably didn't pick anything specific out. That's
You
tricksy.
do read Infernal, so that's not an obstacle, but it is convoluted legalese language, as it's
Yeah.
like the hereafter signed agrees to all articles A through D, all
Yeah.
that stuff. It gets in a quick glance, it's hard to get any details from it. The halfling definitely says, "Oh, you're not one of the demons or one of the devils, are you?"
No, we're taking a bunch of refugees to the High Hall. You're welcome to join us and bring your family along. Likely better than a tricksy contract where you bargain away your soul for nothing.
Hey, it is not for nothing. I will give him food. I will feed his children. I will take them as...
Sorry,
At that,
Mm-hmm.
as he starts kind of arguing his amoral case,
Mm-hmm.
I pop up, quack quack.
Nice. This is you get your whatever ambusher thing.
I got my 3, yeah.
Yep. Go ahead and make your rolls.
While that's happening, do you mind if I make another perception test? I'm
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
all paranoid mode. I was like, why are we standing here talking? This is taking like, what? This is very different for everyone. I'm used to everybody just killing and moving on. Why are we standing here? So I got like very like, what the heck? Is there not like investigating you, investigating?
No,
like,
no, checking around.
we're standing still. We're not on movement.
Yeah,
Wow.
you're very curious. Ooh, 18. So you do notice a couple of things. First of all, you notice that this house has been boarded up. You can kind of see through.
More
a couple
like
of
behind
cracks.
us kind of thing. Like, are there
Oh, I
more
see.
devils coming? That kind of thing. Because since we're not moving, they could catch up.
Currently, it doesn't seem too busy. You get the idea that there have been little paths worn around here. Not doesn't look like you don't see any devils around. You can still hear the battles raging just below, though, and you do hear some more marching or barking of orders and like growling kind of further down the street in the direction you're going, but you don't see anything in the immediate vicinity probably for a good 3 to 500 feet.
Great. So just like keep that as like a writing check for me, my
Of course,
paranoia,
of course.
for the time being. Yeah.
You're taking it all in and keeping a close eye around. Absolutely. All right.
So I'm assuming only 2 hit.
And with a 22 and a 23 and a 13. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
The 13 hit?
I don't remember what an image.
They have high dex. I don't think so.
Probably not, but
I
worth
think
it.
they have at least 14 from dex alone, but I could be wrong.
It's here somewhere. Just one sec.
A better question is, does it have more than 19 hit points?
Dex.
Because it doesn't matter.
So it is 13 AC. So
Oh, really?
meets beats.
Okay.
So all 3 hit.
All right. So
They're
I get
little.
a little math, and I got to do a little bit more damage. So let me see where
Dude, the lowest amount of math that you have to. Todd, is it dead already?
Well, I'll tell you where I'm at with just a little bit. So that's 6. Let me do one more hunter's mark just to see what that
I would
does.
not want to rob you from calculating damage. This is the joy of playing a ranger.
Okay, if you say so. I think the joy of being a ranger is having an animal pet.
Yeah, I need one. So right now, without my
You messed up.
hunter's mark, or without rather the D8, I'm at 37.
Oh, yeah. You just hit this thing and pin it to the wall inside the room. Just
8.
and the imp looks down at this thing and goes,
But I am the contract.
And then I just look at Fenris and go,
and it just starts to ooze.
I got
and
bored.
liquefy.
Why'd you roll 48? You have hunter's mark on here 4 times.
no, I 3 times. There's 3 marks because I hit 3 times.
Oh, the D8 is from your right. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so 3
Hunter's mark's only
arrows.
D6, yeah.
Pepper this thing.
My bad.
And drop it. It kind of clutches at its waist for a second and then dies. It's got a little belt with a small like pouch.
Are you finished? Let's go!
The halfling's like, are you really gonna take people up to the hall?
Let's go. Come on.
All right, let me get my family.
I'm gonna pull the pouch
Sure. Yeah, you can do that. Just you pull it over, you catch it. It's small for a human, but it would have been pretty sizable for an imp. There's something hard inside.
Gemini_twin said. Strangely enough, the rather muscular imp is giving a thumbs up as it melts.
And as it starts to melt away and die, he looks up and says, "I'll be back." There you go.
They won't be back. They won't.
Wrong plane, buddy. I had to do it though.
Yeah.
Must have forgotten what plane they were on. I didn't realize until I said it out loud that was exactly what you meant.
Fenris, I'm sorry. I got bored with the conversation. We gotta go.
Fair enough.
Absolutely.
Let's go half pint.
All right. The name's Philster, and he brings out 3 kids and his wife.
Wow.
And he mentions he's like, this is my wife, Merrywell, and my 3 children.
Have they come around now, or are they still talking over the wall?
No, they're on their way out of what appears to be a kitchen. They were probably squatting here. They don't look quite fancy enough for this house.
I'm just picturing them like going out this other side and like all the way around the wall to meet up with us.
No, there's a path through the garden, and they come over and unlatch there's a gate in the wall, and open it up and join you. So you now have swelled the ranks. Okay, you press on. Go ahead and move your.
Yeah, I guess we have to roll dexterity or perception.
Either one. You're going. I'll keep the stealth. Actually, you kind of broke stealth, so let's do new stealth rolls, please.
New stealth rolls. Point of order: I am going to use my hat of disguise to disguise my eyes.
Okay.
So they're not so apparent. Everyone's going to be like, "Oh, who's this guy with golden eyes?" and all.
Oh, that's fair.
And
Hey, not bad.
rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
And Dermita is...
Did you want me to roll for Archie again, or was gonna
Yes,
assume
please.
that it's amazing?
Dermita's 18.
Oof. A couple of the kids, like as they're
Beat it.
filing out, and the couple of them are like see the imp, and start
What?
being the dead imp that's liquefying away, and they're like, "Daddy,
Okay.
Daddy!" and they start making a bit too much noise. And that's the 2 and the 5, and the other kid's like, "Shut up! You're gonna get..." the human kid that you rescued earlier. It's like, "Shut up!" and they're like, "Don't tell me to shut up!" And then the nat 1 that I rolled as part of your entourage. Merrywell, the wife of Pilster, looks at the imp in the wall, looks at the suspended contract, looks at her husband. "You daft bastard! What are you doing? She starts hitting her husband and screaming at him and yelling at him in halfling. She is not being subtle.
Ben Coombe grabs her.
Okay.
Not like rough,
Yeah.
but like basically, up by the back of her.
He pulls them both apart as the husband's like, "I was
Yeah.
trying to take care of us. I was gonna..." And he's just holding them, and they're trying to kick each other, and he's like, "Shut up."
Yeah.
Felice, because you were the one who were paranoid before, you heard kind of shouts and growling kind of in this direction towards here. Not quite that far down. At this point, you hear them stop, and you hear somebody saying, "Only you seem to have picked this up. Everybody else seems to be otherwise
I have a weird
distracted."
question.
Mm-hmm.
We just all made stealth checks.
Yeah.
What were we doing that was stealthy?
Well, just trying to edge from building to building to continue on to the high hall.
So we've started moving again already, is the implication.
Yeah. Not very far, but a little bit.
Okay. But no one is necessarily, they might have heard us, but they haven't necessarily put eyes on us yet.
Right. You don't see anything, but you heard some guttural, fiendish language coming from further down the street this a ways. Not
All
quite
right,
all the way to the high hall, but pretty close.
Quiet you. They're going to hear us. Let's go around this long way. Try and stay out of their line of sight. And I'm going to try and direct people, like, to places I'm not hearing people, so that we're, like, going through different alleys, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Right? I want to go,
So
like,
rather than
let's
continuing
get
down the street, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
sketch
If
it.
we see people over here, I'm going to be like, let's go through and around the other way, or even up here if we need to.
Nice.
I
Okay,
don't know
so
if you're looking at that part of the map.
yeah,
or not,
I did see that. So you get them around the first building and kind of near
I want
this
to do
tree.
much to navigate people where I'm like, okay, where are people likely to be? Let's move on.
Absolutely. And so,
And like, I know we've already made stealth checks, and we're clearly not going to just roll them again.
No,
but I will cast Pass Without Trace anyway, just to like sort of hide our tracks, that kind of
sure,
thing.
it's more like flavor as you're like, and the wind comes up.
I mean, I'm
and just
spending the spell slot,
blows.
it's not just flavor.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. But you call on the nature to hide you, and like the wind comes up and blows a bit of dust over.
With any
some of
luck,
your
they will
tracks.
investigate where they heard us, and they won't realize we're leaving.
Absolutely. So as you guys get about one street over and a little bit away, you in particular, because you're watching out for this and you're at the back kind of covering the tracks, you look back and you hear, I would do clip clop, but then you'd think Monty Python. So you hear horse hooves on cobblestones, and it's a slow, ominous like and then you hear a couple more heavy thuds of heavier footfalls kind of trailing along behind. You hear this snort of a horse, but this does not sound like any horse you've ever heard in nature. It's just it's a cross between a bear and a horse, and like a whinny but real angry. And it's coming from the house you just left, and and you get an image. You can just see a little bit of a shadow of like there's some kind of horse-like creature there, and something on its back just goes past the alleyway.
Nice.
And you see a flickering red light kind of from below. This illuminates slightly this big rider on the top of this massive horse. It's almost draft horse size, and its mane is fire.
We get a surprisingly good look at it.
You do, through this little alley, as you duck behind the tree that you're right next to. Everyone else is kind of sequestered down this little cutaway here. Let me just... For a second, your heart almost stops as Archibald comes crouching down next to you, Felice. His mouth almost touching your ear, and he's like, "What are we looking at, love?" He's
Do you want me
stealthed
just
up
to
beside
say?
you.
Like, I mean, like, I know. But
What would Felice say?
Dorita, she knows these sort of things. No, probably something like, I'm not entirely sure, but well, if the situation was different, I really would like to get a good look at that horse.
Archie
but,
puts a
that's
finger
all.
on your lips.
Not the time. Why did you ask me?
Let's go.
That's what I was trying to... Okay.
Love Felice. All right, so you guys managed to avoid one of the roving bands. They stay for a little while. Archibald quietly lets the rest of you know that there is a party over that way. Right, I like a good party, but we probably don't want to crash that one. So you guys make it a little bit past. You guys want to... you can approach the high hall from the main entrance. You could try to get around it somehow. It looks like it's taken some damage, so there might be openings in the walls. How do you want to approach this? You can see a massive column of smoke billowing from one side.
You all have heard that it is safe there. There are other refugees who hold up. Is it correct?
Why, that's right. That's what I heard, said one of the dwarves.
Perhaps if we try to stay hidden and send a single person in to let them know that we are coming instead of scaring anyone by banging down their gate.
And I'll turn and look at Archibald and be like, you think we should go ahead?
In answer, he takes his wig, pulls it off, tucks it in his belt, gives you a very serious looking nod. You guys are kind of crouched between two perches, between two buildings,
Right.
looking out on a broad avenue. It's tree lined. Most of the trees are now missing their leaves. A couple of the trees are actively smoldering, and one across the way, literally just now, a lightning bolt comes down from the large black orb and slams into the tree just across the way, and it ignites into flames.
Oh, poor baby.
You also look towards the high hall, and it is definitely damaged on one side, and the damage looks pretty old. There's still smoke and ruin, but most of the fires there are out on this far side. But what was once part of this keep is just demoed. Some of that damage... Sorry, go ahead.
Right. Oh, I was going to say, you said that it looks old, and then you went on to say that it's still smoking. So it seems like it was died down since this invasion or whatever, but it's not like it was a siege from like 100 years ago.
No, it's more like it would have been damaged within the last... It could even have been a week ago. These things...
When people were saying that it happened, like, this whole thing disappeared like a week or two ago, right? Or like a month or something like that.
2 to 3 weeks ago.
Right. So probably like that is when we would place it.
Exactly.
It's
And in fact,
still
there
burning.
are these craters nearby that also look pretty fresh. Now, in the center, however, this section in the middle is actually still standing, and it is one of the more reinforced areas of there. It's like the central keep. The rest of it was kind of courtyards and apartments and so on. But this central...
from the map it looks like it was two more like towers or parapets or whatever those are called. And I don't know what was behind it, but yeah.
Yeah. So the rest of it does still look to be in decent enough repair. So if they, in theory, it looks like the best defended building in this area. It's not just a house. It's actually got thick stone walls and parapets and guardhouses and so on.
So I'm going to nod over to Darmida and Archibald and nod at them to check it out while myself, Benkum, and Felice watch over our chargers.
All right.
So just check it out and let us know if it's safe.
All right. Go ahead.
So...
Oh, yeah. Take it away.
Yeah. As we get closer, i.e. within a mile.
Oh, you're already within that mile.
You're already well within a mile.
I think it's about 300 feet away or something.
Yeah.
You're within a mile of the ground of actual hell.
Yeah. This is going to be really challenging.
As you start to think about this, the old
from
man looks at you and holds your hand and smiles and says,
It's all right, dear. I think you can do it. Remember to keep breathing in and out.
He gives you a little pat on the hand.
Okay, and I'm going to expend only a first level so that gives me a minute. And I'm gonna scan the Great Hall.
Scan the area for primeval awareness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want me to? Do you want me to post that?
No, it's okay. I know what it is. You're sensing for fiends and
Everything.
Does it give you everything? Yeah, I guess it does.
I mean, most things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fiends, undead, celestials, and so on. You extend
Got
your...
some caveats, but we've always been a little loosey-goosey with it, so
Yeah.
up to you.
You take a deep breath, and at first it is overwhelming.
Yeah.
And you can feel your hand get squeezed again, and you focus. Okay. There is a celestial next to you. That helps you center yourself.
Okay.
Picking out, it's like a beacon in the storm.
Nice.
You then extend your mind outwards. You sense not as many fiends as you would have thought nearby. Below you, towards the river, it's just... Bang, 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 bang. They're in the walls, man. They're in the walls.
Yeah.
You can get a strong sense of fiend back this way. Back
The thing that passed us, right? The
thing that
Nightmare and
passed
the
you.
Ridge Rider.
And
Yeah.
it is moving towards the high hall at a
Okay.
regular pace. You get that sense that, okay, they're moving this way. I can tell. You can almost hear what they say. So, little scratches of their conversation. Inside the hall, there is fiends, but it is not overrun. There are fiends, and you get the sense that there are several have been kind of clamoring in amongst the ruin side, and a few of them have now... You get a ping kind of from this courtyard, another ping from further inside. There are fiends in there, but not as many as you at first had been worried about.
Okay. I will go back and I will tell Fenris. Oh wait, I'm with Fenris
you can just
because
turn
the
to
old
him.
man is holding my hand.
Yeah.
You haven't left yet, yeah.
Yeah, you haven't left us yet.
Right. So I kind of see it as I'm doing this and I'm sensing what I'm sensing.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of out loud going, fiend, fiend, fiend. Right?
Absolutely.
Like, just kind of with my eyes closed, pointing and kind of giving bearings to the people around me. Quietly.
You hear Archie call out, "You're gonna have to show me that trick, love."
Any elementals? There's this fire. I was kind of hoping there'd be one.
As you kind of come out of this, you get an idea there's probably about maybe 20-ish. But considering where you are, that's a fairly low number. And the group that is kind of moving to your... have been moving down here, that group is... there's one bigger kind of clump and a couple of small. You can definitely get a sense of a scattering of fiends in small clumps. Kind of ravagers making their way through. As you open your eye, you're about to kind of listen to them, and you also get a ping. Oh. Dragon.
Ooh, where is that coming from?
It was below.
Oh! It's in the river. Cool.
Not... You just get a little ping, and then it's gone. It's close, but this is not your... Well, actually, is it your favorite terrain? I don't think so.
This was the question we were asking before about... because it doesn't give, like...
Yeah, I would love to extend
as
favorite enemy into that.
It gives the Underdark as a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right, because you had an extra to spend. I forgot
Oh,
about that
right.
part.
You on your leveling, you did that.
Right.
You know
And
what?
so,
I would allow
was, is it or isn't it?
You know what? You get when you slept, you get a kind of quick flashback to a dream you had. Moments of terrible claustrophobia. A stone tablet pressed right against your face. Not enough room to raise your arms. Flash. You see the river Styx below you. You're flying quickly above it. Flash. You see mountains in the distance. You see dust clouds kicked up of some fast-moving creature down below. 2 or 3 of them all tearing along the ground, slamming into each other like just toys at this distance. Flash. There is a weird connection between you and this place. You have this overwhelming sense of you've never been here, but it feels almost like you have. You couldn't navigate necessarily. You couldn't just sit and write a book about it, but you have this intuitive sense. You have a strong connection to this place. You kind of pop out of your flashback. You are trained, favored terrain. 9 hells, Avernus in particular. That's not just me being a nice DM either. There's a reason.
Sorry, we had talked about this previously at the end of a session, at the end of that.
Yeah, when you went to level 10.
Yeah, and then we sort of didn't talk about it. I didn't really pinpoint it down, and then we didn't do it again until it came up now. So I'm glad I can point that down. I will.
I like the ruling. It's got like strong narrative, strong fictional positioning would be the term.
Yeah.
All right.
So cool.
You feel this little paper thin hand, kind of not paper thin hand, but like skin of the old man patting your hand. He's like,
"Good. Now be careful. It goes the other way as well."
What do you mean?
As you may sense, some of them may sense you. Or me.
Oh.
I'm afraid I might be putting us in terrible danger.
It's okay.
If I need to, I will throw myself into the river.
There'll be no need for that. Just stick with me. You'll be okay.
All right. But you let me know if I need to throw myself into the river. All right? Don't pussyfoot about it.
Don't worry. You're going to be okay. And I actually will lean over and hug him.
"Aw."
Which is not something she normally does.
He kind of looks awkward at first, and then goes into it. All right. Archibald's like, "So are we going to scout, or are we going to stay together?"
Yeah, I think there are some pretty bad things in there. There's a dragon pretty close by.
The dragon was right on the edge, even with your extended range. Probably a good 5 miles out.
Okay. But that doesn't mean, and they've got a very large range as well.
One thing about it is a big fucking dragon.
Yeah. So, I say we go forward, like you and I go ahead, maybe 20, 25 feet, and then everybody else, I think, should start to come behind us.
Well, you're not going to go and come back.
Well, we already know they're in there. I mean,
We know there are devils in there, but we don't know if it's actually a safe place. There's no point going in if it's just all abandoned and overrun.
okay. If you want us to go in and check, we will.
Sure, just need to make sure that there's actually a point going in there. And so be quiet, check it out, come back, and then we'll do it like that, where we go back staggered.
All right.
All right.
So you guys scoot across. I'll take the previous stealth rolls.
Cool. Can I butt in?
Yeah.
So I first need a rules ruling. Do you rule that casting a spell that takes more than one action uses your concentration? Like, can I cast a ritual while concentrating or not?
If it's not a concentration spell that you are going to be casting, yeah, you can do that.
Okay, cool. So I probably won't succeed because I imagine this will take less than 10 minutes, but that whole like scene that just happened, I wanted to like, as soon as we said, you go ahead, we'll wait here, I started to cast a spell. I went up to like, assumably there's like a cool dead tree where we're hiding, as there is on the map.
Right,
so like I've gone over to that and I've been putting my hand on it, and I like probably even like lean in, put like my forehead on it, and it's like, it's almost like a moment of mourning where I'm trying to like connect with this tree that is like dead or dying, and I do that for like 10 minutes.
Okay.
So it'll probably not finish, but I just want to establish it if it does.
Absolutely.
Establish it now instead of saying, "Hey, retcon! 10 minutes ago, I started a ritual."
No, I appreciate that.
Cool. Okay, go ahead.
One thing that does happen is Felice goes over and checks this tree, and it's a beautiful. It's an like a kind of a. It was a birch. It is a birch. It is still alive, but in the sense that a surprising winter, and it might not last long in this place. It's lost most of its leaves due to shock.
Yeah.
And as you go up and you kind of butt your head against it a few times and just start speaking with it in a way, one of the kids, one of the halfling kids, comes walking over, very curious at what you're doing. And you kind of look, and the kid just kind of looks at the tree, looks around, watches you, and then starts imitating you.
Would you like to speak to them? You can see if they're all right. See if there's anything we can do.
Can you hear them talk?
Yeah, so I'll change my action. I'm instead going to cast Speak with Plants, because it grants the plant the ability to speak, not grants me the ability to understand plants.
Okay.
So I'll do that instead.
Okay,
and
sure.
We'll have a conversation with the tree.
Don't
go back to your scene. It's more important.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I'll do that, and I'll entertain this kid. And we'll have a conversation with the tree, and I'll use my herbalism and junk, and
absolutely.
We'll see if we can do anything to help this tree.
All right. So, Demita and Archibald hustle in. Ooh, that's very zoomed in. Hold on a sec. It's going to take me a little while to load here. All right, so I won't load it up yet for everybody, but essentially you check out the perimeter of the gate, and there's a lot of damage to this keep. From the outside, it actually looks a little better. There are large parts of this that are just shattered towards the west side. The east is still standing pretty nicely. There is the main gate, but the gate itself it looks like it might be, if not broken, it looks like it was broken and then repaired. This clifftop castle was once the crowning architectural jewel of El Terrell. Only 3 of its 5 watchtowers still stand, though they appear abandoned. The wooden gates that once led into the castle grounds are mostly shattered, leaving there is a large hole on one side. The west side of the castle has been reduced to a pile of smashed brick and broken wood. The surviving buildings are blackened by soot. At the center of the castle grounds, the High Hall Cathedral stands defiant. As you kind of creep up towards it, there's nothing. No people, no fiends you can see. You are still within your minute, and you get the sense that any fiendish presence that was here when you first started has probably moved and you can get a sense that some of it has moved inside. I can't drag this because it's being a jerk. There we go.
Is that odd to me?
You feel like, well, your ranger senses, you quickly take a look at the gate. It had been reinforced, but it has been recently splintered again. It looks like you guys are not the first people to arrive to this party today. Maybe even within the last couple of minutes.
So I know we're about 300 feet away.
Yep.
But I would assume that Fenris and Felice and Benkum are watching.
Yeah. You can kind of... They're well hidden, so you can't literally see them from there, but you can see the spot where they were hiding.
But I know they're watching us.
Yeah.
Like, they know where we are, I'm assuming.
Probably have a good idea. If you were to pop out and signal, they might see it.
Yeah.
Depends on how intentionally you're hiding, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think at that point, then I would kind of peek to see if there's any parties coming, like scouts or raiding parties or whatever coming. And if not, then I'm just going to kind of come out of my hiding spot and motion to Fenris that I do believe that there's kind of a danger inside. And how would I do that?
Are you like motioning us to come forward, or are you saying like? Because if you're doing this, I'm going to start coming towards you. If you do
Can I
this,
suggest something?
Then...
you and Archie talk about this. Like you're close enough that you can whisper.
Sure.
And Archie gets line of sight with one of the dwarves and communicates in Thieves' Camp because one of them knows Thieves' Camp.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice.
Got this covered.
Good work.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
I don't remember any of the dwarves' name. Didn't write any of them down, so I can't say which one. But otherwise, I would just be like, Sean knows or whatever.
No, it starts with an S. I can't remember either. It's not Sheldon, but something like that.
Shaughnessy or something.
Well, there's Veldkar and Katara and the other one, and it starts with an SH. I forget now. It's like Seamus. Or
it was the one that he Yeah, it is. Yeah, because that was the one that Jay actually suggested that you overwrote. Yeah.
Archie just kind of waves his wig for a second to gather attention, and puts it away, and then he
looks like they're surrendering. Sorry.
Yeah, and then he locks eyes with the dwarf and starts making these little symbols. What do you want to say?
Essentially, that I do believe there were people trying to hide here, and that
looking heavy
they've been infiltrated.
The Berg's been breached. I don't know. Whatever he sends. And Seamus turns to the others. All right, listen up. A message from Archie.
The situation's compromised.
There's some nasties inside. It looks like there might be some more further in, but it's all quiet right now. He says he hasn't said to stay put, but if those demon things or devil things are around, I don't think I won't be a part of it.
I'm going to ask him to make signals back. Is there any point to us going inside and clearing it and taking it over and hiding for a place to hide?
So
should we leave?
So you're watching this all go down, Darmida, and as you do, you hear a couple of yells and screams from inside the keep.
All right, we need...
Question, Fenris. What is our game plan? Are we trying to get to the surface, or...?
I'm going to tell Archie to signal that there are innocents in danger.
The screaming
and being
just stopped.
Hurt. We gotta go.
Okay. Let's go.
Sorry.
Let's go.
Nice. we like cut into my conversation with this tree. Wait, are we bringing all the people, or what are we doing with the refugees?
Well, we can't leave them behind.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
coming
cool.
with.
Great.
All right.
So we just like cut in, and like the conversation doesn't matter what I had with them previously. I'm just like, oh, sorry, I have to go. Pleasure speaking with you. If it's at all possible, please cover our retreat.
One little leaf starts twitching like as a wave, and that's
Cool.
That's as far as your ritual got. So you guys.
No. That was a spell. That was a spell slot.
Oh, you actually burned a spell slot for that. I thought you were doing it.
Yeah, Speak with Plants is not a ritual. It's really weird that it's not a ritual. It's not.
Well, I would even.
So I was casting Speak with Plants, which lasts 10 minutes, and then I was gonna do a 10-minute ritual, even like stronger connection with the plant. So I didn't get the one ritual done, but I did Speak with Plants, and I did like have a conversation with the kid and the tree.
And the kid can hear.
Oh yeah, the trees can speak. Like it's just a thing they can do now.
Cracks open and just you see this face, kind of. You saw it before, the knots and the
knot, and it sort of just like twists a little.
Face kind of moves a little bit, and the tree's like, "Be careful. There are many bads around."
Yes, so, I mean, assuming this is like flashback, and I have a little bit of time to talk. I'm saying things about like, oh, I really hope I can, assist you in any way. You look like you're on your last legs. Pardon the expression.
You talk fast.
I suppose.
There's
so much to see and so much to do. No reason to waste time.
My cousins over there, they say, though there is broken land and fire, there is good.
I wish that there was something we could do to assist you. You are not where you should be.
Seek, none of us are.
Yes.
The helm of sight could help.
What do you know of this?
Not much.
Well, thank you for your wisdom and guidance.
My grandfather was just a seedling.
Are you in pain?
I'm okay.
Okay.
And
then probably at that point we get like, hey, we have to get going, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I have to run.
May your roots hold deep.
And may yours. If you see any creatures following us, if you could slow them down, it would be appreciated. And I'll like run off with everyone else.
Right.
And just a mechanical thing, you can like part of Speak with Plants is that you can have them effectively like untangle like on command. Like there's a sentient for 10 minutes, and they can just do that now.
Nice.
So I don't have to be there. I don't have to concentrate on it. It's like mega entangle. It's cool.
Nice.
I never used that like feature of Speak with Plants before.
Very cool.
So they could just like roots up and slow anyone down if we start getting followed.
Nice. And here's an interesting thing that I learned is the trees talk to each other. So that I would even.
Oh yeah, they talk to each other through the earth and the dirt and the water. Yeah.
Well, it's actually fungal networks through the roots. But anyway, that's a real science thing. No joke. All right. So
I wasn't talking about real science.
No. All right. So you guys start hustling towards the main gate. That seems to be the most direct way in.
All right. Great.
I'm guessing. I'm asking.
Yeah, I assume that we as a group will be trailing Darmida and Darcy, who will be leading us in.
For sure.
I assume telekinesis is down now by now.
Yeah, it is. So Darcy, Darmida and Archie have had a chance to peek in the gate. The courtyard is clear at the moment. It's eerily, creepily clear, but it is clear. And that's about a minute for your fiendish sense. You get a sense that there's some inside.
All right. And then I heard the screaming on top of that.
Yeah. So you guys are just inside the thick castle walls. They're good. Like at this section, it's this small tunnel-like entrance that's about maybe 10 feet long, and it's very much like going into a tunnel. And you see these little slits above. You can't see anything above them is just creepy. You get the sense that, oh, if something was up there, it could really fuck us up right now. But that's how these things are designed.
Do the rest of us have an idea? Like, were we able to sort of hear and like have a good enough sense of the screaming, or is that just something that like Darmina can act on?
It was muffled by being inside.
Okay, yeah, I figured. Yeah.
So you guys didn't actually pick it up. So you guys start.
So we like close the gap with Darmina and Archie.
Yeah. So you guys are making
asking
your way.
about like, where are we going? What's going on?
At about that point, as you're just coming up to the main entrance, this large keep in front of you, around the corner, you see a horse. Its mane made of flames. Where it walks, the ground bursts into fire. It opens its mouth, and you see hot embers and coals in its for eyes and its mouth. You see a nightmare turn the corner. On its back.
Gorgeous.
Don't forget, they do have their Pass Without a Trace still up.
Sure.
That's true.
Because Darcy Felice did it.
That's true. So as they're moving through, can I get a stealth check?
Great.
I'll do one for Ben Coombe.
I'm going to say a stealth check. Should I roll for the people individually that you're marshaling, or do you?
It is one of those weird questions. Like, if there's nothing to hide behind, it's not like an invisibility spell, right? So
no, but there are trees scattered. There's a good open section of about 100 feet. You guys are closer to the entrance than you are to cover at this point.
What? Ben Coombe rolled 3 times? What's that?
Rolled.
No, he rolled twice.
20.
Oh, sorry. Ignore. I didn't see that the first one rolled, it's the 18 and the 15. Ignore the nat 20.
Okay, sure.
But he got a 15 plus 10.
So you guys can roll with disadvantage, so I don't
25.
have to roll for all the villagers you're hauling. So 25.
Oh, that's a good way of doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben Coombe roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, so he got 15. What did you get, Felicia?
Plus 10.
All right.
I mean, at disadvantage, it would be a 6 plus 10.
Okay, so 16. 25 for Ben Coombe.
I'll roll again.
Yep. Plus 12. Nice. That is a 20. So with the plus 10, that's 24.
No, that's added in.
Oh, yeah, that's already added in. Okay,
just
so
a 14. Yep.
So flat 14. Okay. Felicia got 16. And I guess that's everybody, yeah? Oh, and Archie and Darmida, you don't even actually have to.
They're already there.
Yeah, not amazing rolls.
As this horse turns, and on its back is this armored rider. I'll describe him in a second. And as they turn the corner, just there's too many of you. You try to hustle them. The dwarves and the halflings are running as fast as their legs can take them, trying to make it to this entrance. And they get real close. They're within about 50 feet of this entrance to the keep. When this nightmare comes around the corner and the rider looks at you and hisses and calls out an infernal. Get them. Keep at least one alive. Take them or slay them. You hear the rider call out.
What are you talking to? No one else around.
You see about 3... Sorry, I just need to jump to this thing right now. Hold on a second. It's a thing.
Yeah.
All right. You see a... well, you're trained. It's your favorite fiendish enemy. You see a Narzugan on the back of this nightmare. It also has several devils with it. Bearded devils, let's say about 4 of them, come running around the corner. Glaives and armor. It looks like they've been scavenging. Most of them have a sack or two. And they definitely have some gruesome trophies of people that they've found along the way. They do see... Well, let me put it...
They clearly see us, right? Or at least me.
They see you, they see they see Fenris, they see a couple of the halfling kids, and Fenris had paused to help one of the halfling kids up as he tripped, and then this thing came around the corner.
Cool. I'll shout out something like, stand back, you don't want to have to die here.
The old man grabs Fenris's arm and says,
That Nazugan is a very powerful creature.
Can you describe it?
Oh,
Like, I could look up what the Nazukan is, but, for our listeners.
For our listeners, I'll see if I can find it. Just one second.
Like, I assume it doesn't just look like a humanoid person in armor. It's not just like, it's a knight. It just looks like a knight.
It looks like a paladin. You can actually see the twisted, blackened armor of what once had a paladin of Pelor, but it is twisted.
So like a normal like bipedal shape.
Yes, it's a humanoid atop a nightmare in full armor, spikes on the armor, a long flaming lance. It is a paladin that made deals with devils, and it took that twisted sense of honor to its afterlife. It serves the night. What
identifies it as a Nazukan to Darmida? Like, I don't know his affiliation.
Well, actually, it didn't say it to Darmida. It was the old man, as soon as he saw it, grabbed Fenris's arm and said, "That is not to be tangled with."
Right, but didn't you say that because of...
Darmida sees it and has almost this whisper of... Because fiends are her favored.
Yeah, I just wanted to know what identified it.
And it's got
I'm going to spend a block point.
Reddish eyes.
Yofin
Nice.
said.
Oh, hold on.
And his name was Bob, Lord Bob of Gurunda, a feared entity.
The Lord Bob of Gurunda. A feared entity. Thanks so much. That's a great suggestion. Thank you very much.
I am going to spend a plot point
Absolutely.
at the mention of the word Narzugan.
Yeah.
I'm just going to have a quick flash of memory to my childhood days of just how I was learning Infernal.
Yeah.
And why my parents were trying to teach me this. And some of the
it was one of
more
those
powerful
creatures.
Stories. Yeah, like some of the more
Eat
powerful
your
stories and creatures.
Or Narzugan
like,
will get you.
Yeah, Narzugan will get you. Like, ooh.
You best hope it's not Bob. Lord Bob of Gurunda, the fiercest of
Basically a boogeyman.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Among the others that I'm already aware of, like the Arrhenius and whatnot, like, oh, Narzugan, and then Arrhenius, they'll try to charm you and take your soul away.
Yeah. All right, well, this thing will just want to straight up murder your ass. And the barb devils look at you. Please roll initiative.
Okay. How many initiatives would you like me to roll?
Let's just focus on Felice. If you could run Archibald.
Okay.
And Darcy, if you could run Archie, and Fenris, if you.
No, I don't really know their stats. So.
Okay, so Darmida, you can run Benkum.
I mean, it's in the thing. It just needs to be connected to the...
One of these days, I will be able to use Initiative Tracker.
Based on your token. We're not using tokens on this map.
Right.
So that's fine.
Yeah. All right. This is the part where I'm going to take a little break and jot these down. We'll come back to combat in just a moment. Let's get the order down first, though. All right. Top of the order is Bella, I believe, yeah?
Oh, am I?
Probably. 20.18?
Yeah.
18, wait. Okay.
It's in case somebody else rolls a 20.
Yeah, it's just interesting doing it that way. Because it implies that you would do like 0.7 if you had 7 agility or dexterity instead of having it be like 20.7, because then that would be higher.
Bob the Narzugan probably did not want to go first.
Oh, yeah. If you're going to be like a cool, like, badass, you got to like stand there and let all of your troops run forward as you just like cross your arms and laugh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are we actually taking a brief?
Yeah, we're going to take a brief
are we
break.
gonna
I'm just
take
going to
a
jot
quick
these down. So,
break?
Yep, we're going to take a little break. So let's say 5 minutes, and we're going to come back to a battle outside the High Hall.
All right.
All right,
I'll
thanks
be
very much.
minute.
And thanks again so much, Gemini Twin and Yaofen, for shouting in. Anybody watching, you're welcome to make suggestions too. And thanks, players. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I hope the buttons work. I think so. You guys want to say hey?
Hey.
I think it moved, so we're gonna dive back in. So, you guys are making a break for the keep, and you just got interrupted by a Narzugan, and a Nightmare, and a bunch of beardies. So, let me set the stage for everybody. I'm on the wrong map.
We are so spread out, wow.
By the way, I managed to find this map. It is not part of this set, but it's from Dynamic Dungeons. So if you like them, you should, see their stuff on Patreon. It's good stuff.
Wow, look at all those tokens. I should not be looking at the stream.
No. No, there's a token page, and I was looking for the real one, so I'm just going to find it in a minute. But yeah, it looks like this. It's a nasty. He's a real nasty piece of work. All right. Also, the old man is running along with Benkum, and a lot of the others. So they're running towards where Darmida and Archibald are kind of waiting for everybody at the entrance to this. I know it looks like a moat, but it's actually, it's dry now.
Lava.
It's all.
Oh, it's dried. Okay, that's cool. That makes sense.
No, let's do lava. You said lava.
It should totally be those ditches fill with fire.
Absolutely.
This
So
is
bubbling,
established.
hissing lava and a moat filled with it, because that's not going to be a problem at all. All right.
Excellent. Now I can summon elementals out of it. You fell right into my trap.
Oh yes. Well, you might.
That's not true. I'm not gonna do that.
literally fall into my trap. I mean, nothing.
Me falling? What?
All right. So, top of the order. We got to get a
Very
move on.
dexterous.
Bella, you see everything happening. You see the
Yo,
halfling
Finn.
stumbles. Oh, here's
Said.
Finn.
Give those ditches fire. Ditches love fire.
Ditches love fire.
God, I haven't heard that in a while.
Respect. That's awesome. I think that might be an episode name. I don't know. That could be it.
Oh.
All right. So, Darmida, you see 4 bearded devils. A little bit further back, you see a nightmare, and I will find the token in a second. And the Narzugan riding on his back. What do you want to do? You're top of the order. On deck is Archibald.
So, which box would the nightmare be?
It's just behind those bearded devils. I'm just
Not on
literally
the map
looking
yet?
for. It's not on the map quite yet. I know it's here somewhere. For now, we'll just use a horse, but I will
I'll
replace it.
draw a horse for you.
No, there's a horse token of all things that I could find, but there is not a devil token yet. All right, so there's the nightmare, and the Narzugan's on its back.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That'll do.
I like that.
I can do better. All right.
Yeah, this is like one of the largest scale maps we've ever used. We're just like, well, everything's really far away from everything.
Well, you're running towards the keep.
Yeah, it might be, right? What do I know? There's no scale on that world map.
All right.
I'm to bonus action.
Yep.
Hunter's Mark.
Mm.
And what do you
Him.
want? The
Whom?
guy, the rider, or the nightmare?
The
Oh no, choices.
yeah. I will do the rider.
Okay. And I found him. There he is. I'll
What's
keep them
wrong?
separate, but he is actually on top.
Okay. And then I am going to take 3 shots at him.
All right.
So here we go. Don't fail me now, you
No.
lovely.
There we go.
Okay.
Now, that is pretty far from where you are, so it's not actually going to be... Well, you got a longbow. So this might be the first map that actually matters.
Oh, okay.
No, the range is... The map range is a little bit off. Hold on one sec while I set that.
Because I had it at 75 feet.
Sorry, I'm just going to make it 10. There we go. Hold on. There we go. It's double because each square on this map is 10 feet.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
150 feet. So I think that's still within your close
Did
range.
you want this bridge to be 30 feet wide?
I do.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do it.
We talked about 20 before, so okay.
actually, that would change it because
That's a lot, yeah.
I've only got a range of 90 feet
Right.
on a hunter's mark. So I can move my first round. I actually have extra movement.
Sure.
That's a different character, I think.
For my dread ambusher, I get my walking speed increases by 10 feet, so
You have 40.
40 feet.
So you got 4 squares.
So I will go.
You can count diagonals as the same though, so you could get.
2.
Actually, there is some rocky outcroppings right here.
Yeah, I will kind of go hide a bit in the outcroppings. Does that now get me within 90 feet of him?
He is at 110 feet, so he's just
That's-
outside your range.
That's a blow. Okay, but it's still within range of my weapon.
Oh, of course, it's a longbow. Everything's in range of a longbow.
So I'm still going to take 3 shots at him, just not with Hunter's Mark.
All right, make your roll. I should look up his stats. There we go. He is wearing plate armor, by the way, and carrying
That's
a
always
shield.
good to establish. And carrying a shield. Wow.
And a long lance that is on fire.
Right.
So,
At a 17, a 19, and a 27.
miss,
Oh,
hit.
okay. So his AC's at least 20.
So that's a D8. That's 19.
All right.
And I believe. Let me just double check on my. The D8
One
is
arrow. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
missing.
Yeah, you can do your dread ambusher added. That's fine.
Yeah.
The
It's
first
a
arrow into the shield. The second one into its glances off the pauldrons of it on its legs, and then the third shot just makes it just over the shield and grazes him in the neck, in the shoulder or neck, doing a total of.
Just 19.
19 damage. Nice. All right, that's your turn. You do have a bonus if you want.
Yeah, I can't do my hunter's mark at this point.
You could
would-
hunter's mark one of the beardeds are in range. One of the bearded devils.
Yeah,
Get back as soon as they die, so might be worth it.
yeah.
I'll go that fast.
I will hunter's mark him.
All right. Which one? Sorry.
This guy right here.
Done. Nice. Let me just do the thing. All right. Coming up next, Archibald.
Okay, I have some questions now that I'm taking the role of Archibald.
Absolutely.
So there's a gate here,
Yeah.
and it's closed, and we could tell that it was like broken open, but like
half
it's not.
of the gate is closed, and the other half has been smashed open recently. So this
Okay.
part is
Can I make
closed, and
an
this part is
assumption
rubble.
about how it opens? Is this like a chain crank type situation, or is this like a push it open with raw strength situation?
Actually, there is a regular door that can be barred from the other side, but the left door has been shattered. Like you can literally see holes in it.
So we could just
But-
go in theoretically.
But yeah, if you can get the rest of the group in, there might actually, you can see the little slot above you've been through, so you know there is a portcullis that can be dropped if you can get up and activate it.
Okay, seems Wait, do we know that there were people inside? Like the devils inside?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Darmida
might be
did
worth doing
mention
though,
that.
so we don't have like reinforcements from that side.
I would have.
Actually, you've seen the courtyard. Archibald does know what part of the courtyard looks like, which
Okay.
noteworthy that I just revealed on there
I'm
is
looking at
there
it.
are stairs going up to the platform just north and west of the tower, and then that would allow you to get in, or at least be within a quick climb of the wall above, and maybe give you access to the portcullis.
Okay. And he does have a crossbow now, so maybe I'll just start crossbowing people.
Sure.
Does anyone know the range off the top of their head?
I
For a
think
crossbow?
I think 150 is the outside range.
Yeah, is it a light crossbow or a heavy crossbow?
It's a light crossbow.
Okay.
It
So,
would be with disadvantage to hit them. I think 80 feet is the short range. But that's
I
just
can
off
get
the
within
top of my
80
head.
feet. That's pretty reasonable. Yeah, and then so. So yeah, he considers that, but I think he just pulls the crossbow
All right.
and he'll start to move forward. And there's no good way of getting any sort of form of advantage here. Okay, so he's just gonna not. This is just not a sneak attack. Is that even worth doing? No, I don't think so. Okay, sorry, I changed my mind a bunch of times. Oh, for a character's not even mine. So yeah, these people roll up in. Archie turns and it's like, what the fuck are we supposed to do about that? I'm gonna have him try and like look inside, see if there's anything going on in there that he needs to know about that should be a danger, and if
Sure.
there is, then he'll deal with that. And if there isn't, he's gonna try to basically like clear the way so that people can follow, and
Okay.
then try and get up to the portcullis so that he can drop it once people are in.
Sure.
He's
thing.
under the impression of like, we should just get in. There's no point in fighting this thing. It's a very bad situation. We don't have the range. Blah 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 blah. That kind of stuff.
All right. I
so-
don't believe I gave you him control.
I have
did
control of him. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. I have his whole character sheet.
Oh, right.
I
Okay, so
I
he
dropped
can
him on the
move-
map.
So he goes hustling up to the door, peeks in just to
Yeah,
make sure it's
like,
clear.
From a
Notices that
movement
it's
standpoint, like, this is
pretty
really all I
ruined.
need to do, right? I
Yeah.
assume that the portcullis drops from up here somewhere.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you see this?
I
the
do.
waypoints?
I do.
Okay, great.
So he
Yeah,
will
that's
not
obviously
get there
more
this turn.
movement that he can do, but like
Yeah.
yeah. But
So
if he can like
He
clear
initially
stuff
hustles
and-
to the shattered door, notes that, oh, yeah, even if you bar that, there's a big enough hole to crawl through. But then you definitely double-check the portcullis, glances into the courtyard, which is still currently empty.
Great.
And then can get another, 2 more squares inside.
Cool. I will use the bonus.
Oh, right, bonus action dash.
I don't know if it's. Well, actually, I was gonna say. I don't know if it is a hide action or if it's just I'm dashing but moving half speed so that it's stealthy because I don't want to draw any additional attention. It's one of those two. I don't know which. But either way, there's an action to dash, a bonus action to hide. And then
Yeah,
normal
do it that
movement.
way. Action to
So,
dash.
It's all good.
Yeah. So he would be able to move
You can put him wherever you want him.
another
Yeah.
60.
And I can make a roll if you need a stealth.
Yeah,
blah,
go
blah,
ahead and
blah.
roll a stealth as he starts up the stairs. He's made it up to the stairs.
21.
Nice. All right.
Great.
Coming up next, the nightmare goes.
And he does more of those like signals as he goes, like, let's just go. Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, he signals on the way
yeah.
through, and the dwarf's like,
nightmare.
no shit, and starts running. All right. So, for a moment, those of you watching the battlefield, you see... don't mean to drag that guy. Everything is normal. The nightmare kind of rears up and just stomps down on the ground, and 3 of them, the rider, the nightmare itself, and one of the bearded devils, disappear.
Oh.
Okay.
Fenris, you see a wispy outline for just a second. Your concentration on your disguise hat fades for a second, and your golden eyes flicker, and you can just make out an outline of them as they fade away, and then they have gone to the ethereal plane.
You know that? Okay, cool.
All right, next up.
Okay.
Felice.
What did they?
Fenris's
All right.
supermarket.
Let's just get in. And I want to use my first half of my movement just to run, blah, blah, blah. How does my movement look? Something like, come on. I get, 25? I can't go anywhere. This map is huge. Yeah, what a useful use of my turn. All right. Boop, something like that. And I will also look up at the storm above us, this constant roiling storm of weird lightning, hell lightning. And I will pull out that green rock. Fill it up with the time. And I try and hold it up and focus the storm, and it builds and builds and builds, and it is prepped. Wait, can I actually hit anything? I can. There's still people here.
Yeah, there's still people here. There's a couple of them.
Okay. So I don't know. I probably can't hit both. Yeah, I can't hit both. They're too far away from each other. So I'll just hit the. So wait, I have a 60-foot radius. That actually matters because this map is so dumb. I guess I put it here, so that if they come towards us, I can hit them still.
Sure.
Whether they're too far away, it won't work. Yeah.
You reach up and literally grab a piece of the roiling clouds and heave it down.
Yeah, I'm trying to call on the condition of if you're outdoors in stormy weather when you cast a spell, it gives you control over the existing storm instead of creating a new one.
Mm-hmm. Now you don't. It's almost like the storm is extra powerful near the companion, the black orb. But when you go to reach that, it's almost like it pulls back.
Yeah.
So instead, you just grab a regular storm, which is
you said there was
present.
regular storms around.
There definitely are.
And I'm not entirely sure if that affects the area or not, because I'm not creating a storm cloud. Because originally it said you create a storm cloud that's 60-foot radius, blah 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 blah. But if I'm controlling the storm, I don't know how that works. Probably it's the same area that I get to control it.
Let's just say it's the boxes that I drew, just because.
Sure. Why not? It's 60-foot radius, so it's pretty big, but this map is bigger. And I'll just hit. I guess I can only hit the one actually, because the one with the hunter's mark. Normally, I probably would split that up just so that. But I think that's the only one I can hit. So I'll drop that, and there's a dex save?
Yep. I'll make that. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Make a dexterity saving throw, and I get. I'm casting at the normal level of it. Yeah, I'm casting at the third level. I'm not upcasting. I probably should, but I'm not gonna. So I'll just type this in /R. 1D, not 1. What am I talking about? 10? I think it's D10. Not great. Wow.
All right. How did? 12. 12 is better than nothing. And you can do it again next round.
I can.
So it zaps.
So
and the beard
concentrate on that.
The kind of goes and then almost drops his glaive, and then angrily looks over towards you, and looks up at the sky, and is like, "What?"
Can I ask another weird question about when the I already got their name, whatchamacallit, the knight showed up? I did have that reaction of going "Oh, don't leave or die," and blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
you spit that out. I don't know if there was any reaction, but I mean they disappeared. Maybe they left. Anyway. So I'm just going to establish the storm and be like, "Don't come near us."
All right,
as I shuffle over with my tiny feet. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go, everyone. Quickly,
coming up next.
Follow me.
All right. Coming up next is Fenris.
I don't really. I haven't rolled a terrible roll for initiative.
I mean, everyone else is pretty much gone, right?
Ben Coom?
Oh,
Bencoom's in this fight, is he?
Yeah, you should probably roll for him. You know what? I missed Ben Coom. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
thought you said that he was watching people and he wasn't actually.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's okay. You can run him. He can go now.
Ben Coom was 15.
Yeah, I skipped him. Sorry. So yeah, go ahead.
So I would believe that Ben Coom, he has 40 feet. he's gonna go.
Just for fun, Felice, do a perception check for me.
Sure. Am I drawing on the wrong layer? Is this map on like the wrong layer? What's going on? That's fine. I don't care. Felice, perception?
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice.
You hear a voice. Hey, my cousin said, to help you? Something is stepping on my roots right now. You look around, and on a nat 20, you look back, you're too far from the other tree, but there is a tree.
I saw that tree.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Something is standing quite near its roots, it said.
Cool. And I guess I wouldn't know that they went to the ethereal plane. I would have thought they became invisible, probably.
Is it tree right here?
That's the tree.
And it's not Ben Kum that's standing on, because he dashed 80 feet.
Okay, as Felice said this, Ben Kum just went there, so whatever this was happened just prior to that.
Okay, are you asking for me to do something, or
Nope, I'm
are
just
you
giving
waiting for me?
Nope,
Okay.
that's fine. All right, Ben Kum, what are you going to do?
He dashed 80 feet.
Okay.
So it's his action and his movement. And for bonus action, he is going to rage.
Oh yeah. As he gets right near the end of his movement there, the chains on his arms go and kind of just almost like claws popping out, just kind of writhe into action, and he just shakes his head.
That's cool.
And just shakes off this feeling of like almost cold in the heat. It's just this cold rage. All right, that's his turn. Coming up next, we have now it's Fenris. Sorry.
Okay.
The bottom of this order is stacked. Most people rolled like 5s.
Yeah, what a shame.
So I did Felice call out that they're by the tree, or did Felice keep that to herself?
I'm not sure if I have time right now. And it also there's this huge rumbling storm that I'm concentrating on. I don't think I've said anything.
Okay, so then I am going to spend 2 sorcery points.
Probably really loud in the area suddenly.
Yep.
I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to cast darkness on myself.
Okay, done.
Not exactly sure how well that'll work, but it's at this point not being able to pin them down. I'm kind of like going a bit defensive.
Sure, that makes sense.
And I'm going to move. Wow. Okay. I will move here. Not quite. Like somewhat adjacent to Felice, but moving towards the bridge. Cool. So Felice, I would do it so that Felice is just outside of just at the edge of the shadows that I'm emanating.
Sure.
Trying to get to that.
Her legs disappear. She's a little busy concentrating, so probably doesn't even notice right yet. But
Yeah.
If she needs to back into it, she can. But yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. And that is my turn.
all right.
Yeah, I'm actually probably shouting baloney this whole time actually as well. I'm just like, calling the storm! No! Theros, run away!
And you're also marshaling the people. They're not on the map, but there's a whole bunch of
Yeah,
Who
totally.
are now
Yeah.
they're spending their turn to run
Let
towards.
the elements defend you!
Yeah. I'm basically before I cast darkness and kind of stepped in between. I would say I'd motion them to run towards the bridge, and I would shield them with some shadows.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Just so that they can then just kind of run behind me on that gravel
Absolutely.
path.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. So next up, we got a couple of the bearded devils go running at the nearest big yelling target, which is this big guy right here.
Okay. Since I'm just you, can I ask you about this map and like the layers and stuff? Because I've drawn on it and it has now uninteractable. Like it's like dropped.
Oh, weird. Huh.
Like you'll probably, I don't know if you can even see like the square you drew. It's showing up as white for me because I think it's like behind the map or something. I don't know. I was trying to draw my own circle for the sake of my AOE, but I can't like even pick it up anymore because it's not like it's like changed layers or something. I don't know.
Weird. Yeah, I can't grab it either. Oh, there's one.
Oh, I see that one's up there now, but mine is still on the bottom or like, yeah.
Both are still in the AOE. I see a circle.
Okay. I see the circle.
It's
the circle shouldn't be there. I wanted to move it. I was just measuring it when I dropped it. That's all.
Okay. So there-ish?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, for some reason it's very faint. All right, so
yeah, it should be like a different color than that. It should be like black. Like I don't even know. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
All right, so the bearded devils go charging up and face off against Bancoom. The only one of them can get there with time to take a swing at him, and swings it 2. So totally misses him, and it's just laughing in his face. And like, all right, coming up next, the refugees are running. Everybody's being marshaled. All right, Bella.
All right.
One of the bearded devils did break off and start running in your direction.
Yeah, I see him. All right. I'm actually going to... What's my distance? Stupid. Yeah, it's... Okay, I'm within distance. So the... one that just attacked Bancoom, I am going to shoot him.
Sure, absolutely.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I know I've marked him, so...
Yep, absolutely.
Why not? So I'm going to take my shots first.
Sure, go for it.
2. 23 and a 23.
Those both hit.
All right, so, and then
it's
I'm
not wearing much clothes. It's purplish skin. It's kind of dressed like a gladiator, if you will.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna go ahead and roll my hunter's marks.
But it gets purple now. All right.
I believe this one has already been hurt. Yeah, they're not all devils are exactly the same color. So these ones are purple. Purple
piercing. So 3 and then 1 more. Let's see what that gives me. 6. So 9. Oh boy.
9 and 15?
23.
23. Nice.
So 23 damage on him.
Ooh, that is a hard hit. He's still standing, but it's just angry, just growling at the arrows. He's just focused on Bancoom.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to lick my heels together.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
There's
no place like the sky.
Home, but there's no place like flying, and I'm going to activate the winged boots.
Nice. All right, so you are flying. Do you want to do a movement right now?
No.
You could just lift off if you want, or do you want to stay on the ground? Or
At this point, I will.
These little
As
embossed
well,
wings
right.
on the edges of the boots that used to just be etchings flip out of each side of the ankle and you start lifting off.
Yeah, I will go. Ooh. Can't go far.
Yeah, right.
Big map, wide open.
Wild.
I'm just glad Fenris can't fireball everyone in a single shot.
Who cares? They're immune to fire.
Yeah,
I
learned long ago.
2.
All right.
Okay.
So you're at ground level, or you're 10 feet up, 20 feet up? What do you want?
Probably 5'10", yeah. Not
Okay.
much.
Okay, you just lift it off and are kind of hovering along the ground. Cool. Up next, Archibald, followed by Ben Coombe.
Right. So I think Archibald's full movement is taken getting to the place where the portcullis is. I don't know where exactly those controls would be, but he's trying to get to them.
So
It might be even inside this parapet for all I know.
yeah,
So he tries to maneuver there, and then once he's like, okay, I'm in position, he pulls out the crossbow and starts to like take aim, but that's probably the entire turn before he can get a shot off.
he can.
And crossbows
actually-
apparently have a long range of 320, so he's fine for long range.
Oh, nice. He gets to about here with his move and his bonus to dash as he's going up the steps to the, because it goes up the stairs leading up from the courtyard. Then they go another.
Right, yeah, I don't know why I was
platform.
thinking 60-60. Of course, it's 30-30. What am I talking
And
about?
then he gets to the edge of the stairs that go up yet again from this platform up to the wall itself. And as he rounds the corner, there's a dead body laying there with this glaive. Like it looks like it had been thrown like a spear and just embedded in it. And there's this body.
What kind of
sprawled
body?
on the stairs? A human.
Oh.
Looked to be
Wait, where on the stairs? Can you just like ping it or show it or something?
It's right where he's standing now. He runs
Oh,
right
okay.
up to it.
Okay.
It is laying there. It is obviously dead. One of the defenders of the keep, presumably, who fell at their
So no
post.
time to like assess the situation, but he'll take a quick glance. Like does the
He
does this
does.
like is there like an inside this area?
There is, yes. The inside.
Yeah.
you
So
get it-
look in there, see if there's anything obvious. If there's not, still
Well,
try
he
and find the
actually
controls.
he doesn't actually see there yet. He'd have to go right up on the wall. That's Archie's turn.
Okay.
No, I meant like in underneath, like at his level.
Actually, yes, there would be an entrance there, and he glanced as he goes through. It is a staircase leading up.
It
It's
leads
kind
up
of
to the top.
midway
Okay,
through
fair.
the
Yeah,
stake.
that makes
There are
sense. That makes
different
sense.
levels as it goes up, but he's kind of
But he doesn't think that's like where. Yeah,
No.
So he's
And
still
off
trying
the-
to get to the operating controls.
off the platform at this point is not a main entrance. It is the door has been kicked open, but that's the only
Well,
thing. he
actually,
can tell.
one last thing. From this vantage, can you see anything else like in the courtyard that's to be concerning?
Not that is concerning, except
Great, that's all I need to know. That's fine.
Okay.
Next turn.
Okay. All right, coming up next.
It's all good. I
Ben
don't want to
Coombe.
waste any time on him.
No problem.
Yeah.
Ben Coombe. Ben Coombe, there are two bearded devils in front of him. He swings away, I'm guessing.
Pow,
Yeah.
pow.
One of them's pretty badly damaged.
I feel like Trent would bonus action Great Weapon Master and using his maul, his
Great
Yeah.
sword.
We have
He
a
might
new
use the
sword
great
now. Yeah, new
Well,
sword.
we haven't worked out what that is yet, so he's gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Use
Well,
the
also
ball.
try and use it. That's how you figure out what swords do.
It's
I
not
haven't
on.
figured out what it's.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Well, I
kind of
have an idea, but we'll
I was
talk
like, you're
about that later.
probably waiting
Okay.
until he uses
So he's gonna maul them. Okay.
All right.
It's not a bonus action, a great weapon master. He's just
No.
gonna smush them.
Just
Yeah,
smoosh.
I don't
Yeah.
think he has any bonus actions except for rage, right?
It said it was.
Yeah,
when
he's
I
already
look-
raging, and he can Great Weapon
Great
Master it,
Weapon
but
Mas-
just at will.
Bonus.
You can take an extra attack if if he crits.
Yeah, if he crits or kills someone, he can take a bonus action to hit someone else again.
I always forget about that part, but yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But he will do if he kills this dude.
Yeah, which probably will. So that's a good point. Yeah.
So smashy.
Two attacks.
I do always forget about that one. That's good.
So did it roll?
Okay, that's
11. Roll again. The first one, the bearded devil dances to the side, sidesteps it. Oh, he would have gone reckless too, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He would have gone reckless. That's true.
So he has advantage on these. So that second 22 hits. He raises it up and he's about to hit, and the guy dances to the side, and instead he's like, "Gotcha," and lowers it down with a 22. That definitely hits.
Okay.
11,
yeah, I definitely would have been that.
11 bludgeoning damage. Oh, it
Plus-
is rough.
Plus 10.
All
So
his
21.
21? Oh, gotcha. Smash! He hits this thing's head, and it caves in. All that is left is the chin and the beard, and those barbs kind of extend outward like a mane, and then the whole thing just craters over backwards. That's your kill. Take a bonus action attack.
And he would take the bonus action to hit him.
Reckless.
And then he does get another hit, though, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
this will be 3 attacks using his bonus action.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, so 1, 2.
20 matching 23s. Those do hit.
One of them does, because they're the same
Just
attack
one
roll.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We can't pick and choose when we want to apply.
yeah, so we'll take the
Yeah,
first
it is like
damage,
that.
so that'll be 16.
16, yeah.
So 16, and then I will do 2
And
more.
now the bonus, yep. And reckless, there's, yep. Ooh, 22 for the high. And that's another 19.
19, yeah.
And he looks at him and goes, "You're puny."
And just smash. This thing is like being driven back by him. It hisses at him and laughs. All right, coming up next is...
Well, did they do anything? The nightmare area, or are they still?
that is about to happen.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure
Boom.
that's not the Great Weapon Mastery calculation, but I could be mistaken. I don't 100% remember.
So, out of the
And it has
mist,
also different damage.
these three, the three that had disappeared, the nightmare and its rider and one of the bearded devils appear again out of the ethereal plane. The nightmare hissing and making its horrible sound.
Does that look like anything specific? When the way they manifest?
It's almost in like sparks, but instead of sparks flying away, they fly towards and coalesce in a pile of smoke and fire, and then here they are. The nightmare and its rider are right next to Ben Coombe. They have been flanking him right near those trees. The nightmare stomps on the ground and to complete its transformation. Meanwhile, the bearded devil that had been trying to sneak up on Darmida appears right next to her. However, she is 10 feet in the air, but he will swing at her with disadvantage. He's got a glaive, so he gets some reach. So I'll deal with that first.
Just a point of order, I think what Darcy was mentioning is the attack rolls didn't take into account a -5.
Oh.
They might have still hit.
Bearded devils don't have great AC,
So as long as his AC was
his AC was 13.
low.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then
no
that should
worries,
all
they still
hit.
hit. They would all
Okay.
hit
Then also, I don't
regardless.
think rage damage is there. I don't think magic damage is there.
Let's call it a
so-
wash. And
Yeah,
we'll call it a
just,
wash.
next
just
time.
pointing it out.
So the
yeah.
bearded devil that is right next to Darmida takes a swing, and even with disadvantage manages to connect.
Valazion said, "Popcorn."
Nice. Thanks for coming to the stream, Valaxion. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Nice. Yeah,
I remember
definitely
them.
good popcorn. So this bearded devil attacks. Oh, it's probably not on the stream. Hold on, gotta find my map. Attacks Darmida, and the reach on that glaive just clips her. So Darmida, you take 12 slashing damage. I need you to do a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
As the infernal wound scrapes along your side.
Yeah,
Balazion
brutal.
Oh,
said,
crit
nice.
save.
"Oh, sorry, didn't realize text-to-speech was on."
No worries, man. Jump in anytime. Thanks for dropping by. We appreciate viewer interaction, so bring it on.
I feel like I should get something for that crit save. I'm just saying.
That's fair. Okay, so
Because that.
first of all, the glaive does not do the ongoing damage to you, so you're very lucky.
Yeah,
That's
brutal.
So you don't take an ongoing, I think, 10 damage or something. I need to read it in more detail, but basically,
It's D10, yeah.
I will give you this. As you're flying by and it has to kind of reach high to try and get you, it slashes your leg, but in doing so, loses the grip on the glaive, and the glaive goes falling to the side on the ground just past you. So he'll have to scramble to go get it next round. That's
Nice.
Like I would have kicked it.
Yeah, you get stabbed and you kick it out of his hand.
And it
Nice.
falls into the lava. That's probably like
You-
30 feet away because this map's tiny or huge.
It
Never mind. That's
technically
not gonna
is
happen.
only 10 feet away. Do you want to plot point that, Darcy?
I do.
Okay,
this
Bella
this
just
here?
plot pointed that. So his glaive gets kicked into the lava. Actually, it's right on the edge of the lava, and the hilt is just starting to singe and burn. And it's like, no, it's my glaive.
I feel like I'd look at him and be like, screw you.
Nice. He is, for all intents and purposes, he is now disarmed because that was a plot point. That's worth something. Meanwhile, as the nightmare apparates and the Narzugan
Rider.
on its back, the rider on its back, apparates, they are right next to Ben Coombe and the other bearded devil and that tree. And the branches of the tree kind of get in the way and the roots ride up and kind of start the nightmare kind of suddenly, having been so confident in its reappearing, is now suddenly having trouble with the ground. And as the tree branch, it's almost as if the roots it didn't see them, or they're moving ever so
So I know this is
slightly.
like a home thing you're doing. Like, this is not technically part of my Speak with Plants, but do you want me to like read that section so you have some real rules to lean back on, or
I'm
or do
just
you want to
basically
just role play
treating
this?
it as entangle.
Okay, because it's not like
It's doing you a favor. As
yeah,
basically
exactly. I'm just
an
I want to
entangle.
point out because I was oversimplifying when I talked about it before, so I just want to make sure you weren't giving me more than you meant to give me.
No.
Cool.
It's
Just
essentially
great.
an
Awesome. I'm
entangle
super into it.
situation. And the Narzugan, especially because he's up on the back of this massive nightmare, goes to raise his huge flaming lance and gets all tangled in the tree and tries to swing
It's
at
on
Ben Coombe.
fire, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, this tree's gonna die.
Yeah,
I feel so
but-
bad.
Well, so it's at disadvantage as it swings at Ben Coombe.
So it'd be straight roll.
Straight roll.
Oh, because of Rider. Right. Okay, well, I'll take the first one, which that just saved him from a natural 20.
Ooh.
So a 13 plus punches. That's gonna be. That's 23.
It's gonna hit.
Still hits.
Yeah, it's good.
It's gonna do 15 piercing damage, halved.
Okay.
7.
And then and 20 fire damage. I'm not sure if he's resistant to fire. Oh, he's a bear.
He's a bear, yes, who's resistant to both.
So he and 10 fire damage as it tries to stab him, but it is not a crit, so that's good
Yeah.
news.
Oh, I can't change on his. I can roll and I can do checks with his sheet.
You're using the Beyond sheet, right? You're not, yeah. Because
Okay.
just give us the like permission in game. It's in roll 20. It is in there.
Oh, okay. Just a sec.
Just give me permission and we can roll from there.
So go ahead and just deduct those points from his hit point.
Oh, Darcy. You were the only one I didn't give permission.
That's surprising. But
Sorry.
I don't
There you
need
go.
it. Someone else could roll in the sheet.
There you
but,
go. You should have access now.
How much damage did they take?
He took.
It was like 10 total or something?
I think he took 17 total.
17 total? Okay.
He did, yeah.
All right, that's it. It is so stymied by this. It's just shocked and having trouble. It is entangled. It's going to try again with disadvantage, which equals out. So it gets lots of attacks. That hits. So he's going to take another 17.
Oh. Okay.
That's after
is that-
halving. Yeah.
You already have to. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Just wanted-
Yeah,
15
it's-
and 20.
Yeah, it's easier to go just do it quick that way.
And I just do the average. And the last attack. Ooh, rolling really well. 18, 19. Oh, so that'll be 29. That's going to hit. So he takes another 17 as he just stabbing down with this lance, but it's getting not too tangled in the tree. The branches kind of retreat a little bit from the flames. All right, coming up next. Felice. Oh, go ahead. It is getting a bit late. We can do
I'm on
That's
the
right.
one that did the most damage.
Yeah.
Can I do a reaction of Stone's Endurance?
Absolutely. Make your roll.
Ooh,
Or is it
good call. I
just-
forget about that.
So it's 1d12 plus 2.
Yep, go ahead and make your roll.
Nice.
Okay, it just sorry.
There it is. Click on it in the thing.
Okay, there we go. 9 points of damage added back or taken back away.
Plus 2.
Oh.
So that's 11.
10, 11.
Yep.
Okay, so
41 damage.
All right.
It's- Thing.
Yeah. It's still quite a chunk.
Yep, it is.
41, you say? Okay.
So now
I'm 1
he's
point
only
off
taken-
somehow.
He's only taken
All right.
30. All right,
I'll
let's
take
keep going.
your word for it.
Fenris.
No, he took
Oh, sorry,
50.
Felice.
He took 51, sorry. And so
So now it's 40.
take 11, now it's 40.
Okay.
Okay, great. So that's right.
All right. Now it's Felice's turn.
Great. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there is a very good clumping of people here.
That's
Now,
true.
can I think I can. Yeah, so Call Lightning
You could get
hits a
all-
point and then hits all 5 within the point. So that should be able to hit the rider, the horse, and the Bearded Devil without hitting Grancoom, I would think. But maybe not, because it depends on where on
I'll
the
tell
horse
you
the rider
what,
is. So
we'll
it's kind of wonky.
give Grancoom advantage on his deck save. And if he saves, he jumps clear in time and doesn't get hit.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
I'll
So
take that.
Go ahead and roll some deck saves. I'll do the same. Man, wow, roll 20 likes the DM tonight. Wow, I rolled a 19, a 17, and a 19. So three.
It reminds me that I never actually told you what my save was last time we did this.
That's true.
What did you even roll? I completely forgot.
I rolled a 10. It was terrible.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What's
your
What is
save?
my save? It's like not great. 14? Probably 14.
All right, your
I think.
stats are not wonderful.
Yeah.
What are you doing in Avernus?
I'm
So,
here to see the sightseeing.
all right, so they're going to be taking half damage, but they're not immune to lightning that I know of.
Yeah, lightning. Nothing's immune to lightning. That's not true. Some things
Certain
are.
things.
Certain things get healed from lightning. But not here, hopefully. Yeah, and I'm probably just like trying to be as dramatic as I can. Just like, be gone! Saying something more interesting than that. I can't think of anything right now.
That's all right.
But you know, it's like I'm doing the same thing I was doing before, where I'm trying to say, I know you can die if you stay here. What are you doing? Just you're being dumb. Like,
For sure.
more eloquently than that.
All right.
Well, but maybe not. She has like trash charisma, so maybe it's just that bad.
You're very vulnerable here. All right, roll damage, please, and they'll take half.
Oh, I should do that, yeah. I'm super wishing I upcasted now, but oh well. Come on, big money.
Coming up next, we have
It's
Fenris.
not bad. 25.
25, nice. And half of that, unfortunately.
Half of that, yeah.
Oh, man.
And
this
I also
bearded devil
move.
just literally pops open like an
Good, I'm
overcooked
glad.
hot dog. And just all these maggots start spewing out, and like innards and ichor just goes all over Ben Coom's left leg. And
Alright,
it
I'm just
drops.
gonna slowly make my way with my movement, with my 25 movement. As is my privilege. Alright, cool. That's what I do. I'm trying to make a show of it, you know.
Absolutely, you're
Gotta
walking
make a show of
into
it.
your own storm.
Yeah, it's like slow, just like this way, everyone. The elements will protect us. Ah!
Nice.
And
They are
my voice is
actually-
changing because I just think
Most of the halflings
Not
and the
trying too hard, sorry.
dwarves just ran, but the halflings are kind of keeping pace with you.
Yeah.
All right. Coming
All
up
right,
next,
I've already-
Fenris.
I've already moved myself 30
Nice.
feet over. I see this happening, and I see Benkum just take a beating. As a bonus action, I'm going to bring out the Hound of El Omen next to the Narzugon.
Technically, it's riding it. I just have it next to it, so it's next to the nightmare and it.
Okay, so I'm going to do it on this side. So
Yeah, that's fair.
next to Benkum, but on the south side.
Sure thing. Running out of the darkness, this shadowy wolf-like hound of ill omen runs up next to your longtime ally.
Yes. And I will roll initiative for it. It doesn't take an action this turn, but I think it's 20.
nice.
Goes right up there with Bella.
Right. Right after.
How are we doing for time, Bella? We are in overtime.
Yeah, we are in overtime. So I'm going to cast,
I'm okay.
as my action, I'm going to drop Darkness and I'm going to cast Confusion.
Ooh.
All right.
Do you
I'm
get to
gonna-
choose the targets or does it hit everybody?
It's a 10-foot radius, but I'm going to do it on the north side of the Nightmare and Rider, so it'll be the Benkum and the
Yeah.
Hound of Ill Omen will be outside the radius. It's a short
Absolutely.
radius.
All right.
Boom.
All
right.
So what's your DC?
Is it supposed to be this big, by the way?
Do a Wisdom save. DC
is
17. You
large.
do it at
Yeah,
disadvantage.
large is 10 feet. This is like,
Yeah.
this grid's dumb.
Yeah. So that 1 in 20, I assume is a disadvantage, unless he's magically
No.
resistant.
Hold on. They do have magic resistance.
Right,
So-
the grid's 10
Do
feet.
they have advantage on saving throws?
They would normally have advantage, but disadvantage because of your thing. So those are 2 rolls.
Okay.
So 1 each.
This makes so much more
So
sense
1
now. Our tokens have
and a
been 10
20.
foot size.
Oh, are they? Well, it makes it a little bit easier to see.
It does just make sense why I was like, everything seems like it should be closer than this.
Well, you're
Makes
running
sense now,
across
yeah.
the courtyard. Yeah, I get
Oh
it.
no, it is good. It's just that
Yeah.
my brain was
How
going.
do you?
All
"Why is
right,
that so
so
far away?"
Sorry,
Here's
Darcy.
what
Just want to
happens.
finish this. We're
Sorry.
closing.
So, the nightmare hisses and just in this horrible cry as confusion sinks in with the natural 1 on its save. The Narzugan leaps off of its back, slamming onto the ground next to Ben Coom, and stands up, unconfused.
Okay. Does he now?
All right. That's your turn, right, Ventners?
That is my turn.
All right. Coming up next, a couple of bearded devils. The bearded devil next to Darmida is fully unarmed, looks at her and hisses, and the beard goes, and like all these little like ends of spikes on the edges of the beard just start raking across, almost like a cat of nine tails, as it swings its face at you. It attacks with its beard. which is kind of funny.
Okay.
Oh no, it's a hipster. All right. Does a 21 hit you?
21 does.
Okay. Oh, wait a sec. Hold on. He's, you were 10 feet in the air, right? So he's
Yes.
attacking with disadvantage. Rolled.
Well, he doesn't
another-
even have the reach, probably.
Well, he's
Where
got 5.
previously he could attack because he had a glaive.
Yeah, that's fair. So he can't actually attack you. So he's really mad, and he starts running at one of the just ignores you, turns around and starts running at some of the dwarves and halflings.
Would I get an attack of... no, I guess not.
If
Get a
you,
bow.
yeah, unfortunately not. It cuts both ways.
You
that
need
thing.
like a whip or something, right?
Yeah. So he runs up and just scoops up. It's actually he gets 2 of them. He's got Merriwell, the mother halfling. He scoops her up, and she's holding the youngest of the children. So he's got 2 halflings there, and he looks at them.
Halfling stayed with me, and the dwarves went ahead.
Oh right, dwarves. So he grabs Seamus.
Great.
And tries to get in close for the beard attack, but it took him all his move to get there, so he can't actually get it off.
Great.
Oh no, he actually does. He starts grinding in, so it was only 30 feet to get in the way. So he starts grinding that beard into poor Seamus, and it starts ripping him up. All right,
Okay.
coming up next. I guess I should roll for that. Oh, it was dual 16, so. Yep, he takes about 10 damage, more or less, and is
Probably dead.
probably poisoned. Yeah, he's
The
just
dwarf? Nah,
shredded.
probably not. They're
Oh,
a
no,
dwarf.
probably not poisoned, but he's
Oh wait, no,
definitely
it did.
getting
Wait,
shredded
the beard is
up.
poison?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Coming up next is we lost 2 of these. This other bearded devil starts running at Darmida, and this one does have his glaive and takes a swing at you
Okay.
twice. Whoa! Nat 20 and a 1, so gets 1 shot off at you real good.
Advantage. I'm up.
But it does have reach. I made a mistake last round.
Oh, okay.
So it's got 10 feet reach. So I said disadvantage thinking he had to kind of jump and swing, but actually it's just straight roll. So he gets 2 attacks at you, and one of them definitely hits. You take 8 piercing damage. Oh, sorry. You take 10 slashing damage, and you need another DC Constitution save.
You see something. Don't worry about it.
It's not super high. But
Nice.
that roll that's a 21. You're fine. You don't take the ongoing damage. And then he rolls a nat 1, so he's all eager, and you take the first hit, and then you get another angle on him, and you kick the second
fine.
one, and the glaive goes flying again. Roll a d8 for me.
I will happily. 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it doesn't quite land. A 6 would have landed in the moat as well, but a 5, it landed right on the edge. It's still retrievable. Okay.
Far.
Nice. All right, coming up. The other one has now burst into flames and disappeared. The other glaive, I mean. Coming up next.
Great.
The refugees all run around that bearded devil, except the one who grabbed and is shredding up Seamus. As they're all like, ah, and they try to get around. The bearded devil just hisses at them, throws poor broken Seamus on the ground, and grabs at one of them just as a grapple attack, as a attack of opportunity as they run by, just missing one of the younger halflings as it dives and rolls underneath his big grip. So the refugees do manage to get to the edge of the bridge this round. Coming up next, top of the order, Bella,
What did
Hound, Archie.
Did the one that was engaged with the bearded devil just get away, or what just happened there?
Seamus is dead.
Oh, he just died. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Great.
he's dead
That
lying
works.
at the
about the
foot of the bearded
two-
devil.
That sucks. Okay.
Seamus's friends? Weren't they with him?
They were a little bit back from him. They ran around this thing. They're freaking the hell out, and they have now made it to the edge of the bridge along with the other halflings.
All right, so Dermida is going to bonus action. Hunter's Mark him.
Yep.
And 2 shots.
So the bearded devil right in front of you. You are base to base, technically.
What do you mean?
Well, no, you're at reach.
It's 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can fire without disadvantage because it's weird like that. So go ahead.
So... Let me... 1, 2.
Ooh,
So
first
that-
one hits with a 29.
Plus my
Second one
Hunter's
hits with a
Mark.
22. 15
Um,
damage so far. I feel like a narrator from a baseball game. She draws the bow. Oh, 2 shots. Point blank. Into the bearded devil's chest. That's kinda smart.
So that's 1 piercing and then another 4, so 5 more piercing.
Give me the totals. We got 15.
So yeah, 15, 16, 20.
20 piercing damage. Nice. Now this guy had not been hurt up to this point. So he is still standing. But he's hurting now, that's for sure. As 2 arrows into the wounds, just starting to seep that black devil ichor. Alright, coming up next. Oh, sorry, go ahead. You still have bonus and move, yeah.
No, I did my...
Balazion said. Suddenly the bearded devil screams stop, pulls out a golden fiddle, and challenges everybody for their soul, but he really sucks at the fiddle, and when he raisins up his bow it makes an evil hiss and a band of demons join in and they sound something like this.
Done. Alright, so we'll work that in just a second then, Alexian.
It's awesome.
That's amazing. Thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah, I used my bonus action, but I do have movement, so I am going to rise. Another, 5 feet?
Sure.
Sure.
So you're just
Reach me?
flying a little bit higher to get out of their reach.
Yeah, I mean, you got a bow. You can go as far as you want,
Yeah.
basically.
Nice. Alright, so you rise up into the air a little bit further back from him, and he's just hissing at you, and he actually curses. He's lost his glaive. He reaches behind him and pulls out this golden fiddle and starts sawing away at it. Maybe it was a bard in a former life or something, and it just sounds awful. Just cacophony of shite. And it's not even damage. You think for a second, oh no, it's gonna do psychic damage. No, it's just terrible. It's like a really bad hot cross buns. And other devils start in the area. You can hear the other devil by the bridge who just went after the halfling start howling out in almost like a wolf call, being like, trying to sing along. No effect.
Is it the close one to Dermida or the far one?
The close one to him. That was Alexian.
So there's a see everything where there's I see, I can't get to you.
Yeah,
Ha-ha.
exactly.
You didn't think of this, did you?
Exactly, and you're all like, okay, sure, yeah.
Right.
All right, coming up next, we've got our Hound and Archie, and then Ben Coom.
Hound is going to attack.
Is it
I don't
going
think that
after
hits.
the Nightmare or the Narzugan?
It has to go after the Narzugan, because that's the target.
Oh, okay.
Well, wait.
That
is it?
definitely
Oh, it's
goes-
on the ground. I forgot it was on the ground. Sorry.
So yeah, you'd have to. The Hound will have to move around a little to get there. It leapt down on the other side there. So
Sure. You can just rotate around.
All right, the Hound gets there and misses. Unfortunately, it's rough terrain for even the hound, apparently. All right, coming up next, we got Archibald.
Valazion said, I couldn't resist the devil went down to Georgia reference.
Absolutely. In fact, if I ever get to play a bard, that's all I'm going to say there. Wait for Ollivander. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, let's keep going. Thanks very much, Valazion. Absolutely. Devil went down to Georgia. All right.
All right. So Archie tries to find the operations. I assume they can do that within their normal movement from where they are.
Yeah, he gets right up to next to this block, and there's on the back side of this block right here is a crank, and he's like, "All right, that's how that works," and it's ready to go. Is he going to do it now, or is he going to wait till people get in?
He's gonna try and he's gonna wait there. He's not gonna
like a crank
hold his
to bring
action
it up,
to drop
and there's
it.
a lever to drop it.
Okay, cool. So he can just sort of like do that pretty easily. It'll probably take like an item and an action or something. He's not like he's a thief.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a while since before.
Gemini_twin said, I am now waiting for Banjo BGM. Don't know why.
Nice. Thanks.
So he's just gonna take a shot with a crossbow at the one that threatened or killed the.
Seamus.
Was it such a Seamus, wasn't it?
Yeah, killed the.
Oh wow. Okay.
enemy
I need a good
friend.
quip here. Somebody else suggest a quip for Archie to say while I'm finding this. Shouts over the wall.
Internet, what does Archie shout at the?
I meant one of
devil
you,
that
but okay,
killed his
sure.
Friend. Well, he shouts whatever the internet says next.
Great.
Make your roll, please.
So I'm just gonna roll like a dagger because that's all I got. It's gonna be a disadvantage.
It's the same. Wow.
So nat 20 on disadvantage.
Wow. Both are nat 20s.
We're doing this.
Wow.
All right.
And it's
So
and it
this
does
is
not.
why
see
did
it
I
coming.
roll that? These are d4s. What am I doing?
He does
I think
not
it's like,
see it
I'm
coming.
just
so
gonna
it
reroll
is.
those because I forgot about that.
It is. sneak attack.
Valazion said,
Not
I
sneak
bet you
attack.
I can play that fiddle better.
Yeah, I bet you can. So
It's just,
that's gonna be his sneak attack.
Those numbers are
plus
wrong. 'Cause
D8.
It's dagger, right?
No problem.
Yeah. So it's
No problem. Just roll the manual. And then
D6,
add
I assume?
8. D6, yeah.
8. Why would I
wait,
add 8?
D8 for the. No, crossbow's D8.
Crossbow is a D8.
But then his
Oh, okay.
sneak attack is added on top, and you're gonna double it
Why would it be sneak attack? It shouldn't be sneak attack.
because he did not
19.
see it coming.
Yeah, but so
Archie
was it
just
canceled disadvantage? It's a disadvantage. It's long range. Or that's why I rolled the two. Like that's why I said it was disadvantage, and I still got a nat 20. Anyway.
I think he still takes the damage. It was just a hell of a hard shot, and he got lucky. So I'd say add it on. So 19? Oh, minus
19
4.
is just. What? Minus 4 is plus 4.
Oh, I know, but I'm doing the crunch. So
I know what you're talking about. It just did 19 damage.
19
Okay.
damage from the crossbow.
Yes. A disadvantage crit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Definitely. The bearded devil has been laughing and like trying to catch a halfling, and it just stops him as this thing digs into his stomach. He's like, "Ugh." It's still standing, but it's badly hurt.
Yeah, if you want to do sneak attack, that's on you. I'm not going to do it because it's
That's fair.
wrong. But
No,
if
I'm
you're
not
the
gonna-
GM, if
no.
you want to roll it, you can.
Archie does. Yeah, oh, I get it. So Archie calls out over the railing. Yeah, I bet I could play the fiddle better than you. And the devil looks up at him and says, "That's a challenge I accept." So yeah, that just happened. Anyway,
I was just expecting something more relevant to his friend getting killed, but okay.
That's what the
fine.
internet
Also, it's a
wanted.
different devil.
the internet wanted it, and the devil pulls out a fiddle.
You already had a fiddle pulled out.
No, the other one. It stopped chasing
Okay.
halflings.
Everyone's got fiddles now. Got it.
The
Okay.
bearded devil, it's their thing. Hey, the internet wanted him to play fiddle. All right, coming up next.
This is my fiddle.
I got your fiddle right here. All right, Ben Kum.
Crossbow. Yeah.
Okay, so Ben Coom is going to turn and attack
The Narzugan.
Him. He's not going to do reckless this time. Am I allowed to do that? Like,
Yeah.
Yep, you can choose not to, yeah.
You can also choose not to do great weapon if that's also what you mean.
Is great weapon and reckless?
Great weapon is -5 to hit, and then the reckless is advantage. So you might want the reckless and not the great weapon potentially if you think you can't hit him.
Because he's got at least an AC 20, so I think don't do great weapon mastery, but you probably want it to either do a straight roll or do reckless.
It is really hard to hit him.
Okay, he'll do reckless then.
All right.
Okay,
Cool.
so roll with advantage and straight.
Do you want me to roll actually? Because I do have a sheet set up now. Unless you're using the one in.
Yeah, I'm using his D&D.
He has a bunch of custom stuff set up on his sheet.
Yeah. So the first one is an 18 and
Yeah, the first one he slams the maul down and the thing just bats it aside with his
Sorry,
shield.
is he doing reckless?
yeah, he did
Yeah. So that's one attack.
Yeah, so that's
And
one attack, and it does miss with an 18 and a 19.
Okay, so the second attack, he's
Ben
gonna
just growls. He does have that chain if he wants it.
We'll do it.
26.
All right, 26 does hit with that massive maul. The Narzugan is looking at him and talking to him, but only in his head, so none of you hear it, as it's using telepathy with him, and it's almost playfully dueling with him, and then Ben-Kum gets pissed and like sneaks one through and just smashes down. How much damage?
So it says, just the regular, the 2d6 plus 4, which is his regular
Yeah.
damage, is 8. I don't know how to add all his extra stuff because
I think it's going to be an extra 8 on top of that, let's say. Is it 8?
What?
No, it's 3 rage.
I don't. 3 is it 3 points damage for range?
3 or 4.
I don't know when the damage goes up. I know it starts
Yeah.
at 2, but
Yeah.
we're pretty high level, so probably by now.
Probably a 3, let's say. So that's 11, right?
yeah.
Right, it is +3, right? I'm looking at the calculation on this sheet because the magic is tracked separately. So there's
Alright,
1
so
from
he
magic,
smashes
3
it.
from strength, and 3 from rage.
Smashes it for 11 points. Nice. 69, dude. Anyway, we'll keep going. So
I feel like he normally does more damage than that.
Well, if you have a great weapon, you're adding +10.
yeah,
right?
and
So-
also he rolled a 1 on one of those damage dice. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, he's definitely hurting the thing, but it is not quite. It's a tough mother, so it's really tough to drop this thing down. And this paladin's just base to base with him. This corrupted paladin. All right, coming up next, the nightmare. What does it do in its confusion there?
Roll a
Fenris?
d10.
Rolls a 9.
It rolls a 9. You can act and move normally.
Oh, that's hard. All right, so here's
Brutal.
what it does. It opens its mouth like insanely large. Like the jaw actually opens up almost the size of dragon mouth, even though it's a horse, and it just tears the sinew along its cheekbones, and it opens its mouth and releases this blood-curdling scream. It is... Well, Felice is just within range, and then Coom and the Hound. Roll to resist a spell effect.
Great. Does it count as a spell? Do I get my resistance? My no resistance? I think that's a thing I get, right? Am I wrong?
Am I doing the wrong thing?
I've never used this. So
I'm
I
doing
don't
the
know.
wrong thing. I'm sorry. That's for the Narzugan. But it was such
Ooh.
fun description. All right, then. So the nope. It just runs. It just tries to kick at Ben-Kum. Sorry, that would have been fun.
Yeah, they can bestow powers to their mouths. I don't know.
I don't know. It kicks
Yeah.
at Ben-Kum, rolls a 6, and just kicks him, and he doesn't even. He just like you see it hit, and it doesn't even hurt him much.
Not much of a bonus, huh?
No.
And now the Narzugan.
And now the Narzugan.
Oh, wait, sorry. Roll a saving throw, I guess.
No, you don't actually have to do
Right.
that anymore. Or it needs to see if it shrugs. I get it.
Yeah.
It failed with an 8.
Okay.
All right, coming up next. It's actually Felice first, then the
Before the
Narzugan.
Nazugan?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Just barely.
But before they had shared initiative because they were riding, but now they're not anymore, so it's
Yeah.
split up. That makes sense. Okay, cool. So I see this happen. I am not sure what Benkum's situation is and if I should be doing stuff, but there's a lot going on over there, so it's probably good. I look over at the bearded devil who killed Seamus, or Sean, or whatever his name was. I forgot already.
It was.
But he's been
That's gonna be
distracted.
For Sean. His name was Seamus. Shut up.
Shut up. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna sort of like everything's fast. You don't have time to think.
Yep.
So I look over at Seamus getting cut down by this. The glaive beard. And I'm like, oh no, not everyone. And I am continuing to concentrate on the storm. I drop another bolt as I wait. Is that an action on my turn? Probably is, right?
Yeah,
Drop
I think so.
Bolt. Let me just double check.
I believe it is.
Sorry. Level on each of your turns, spell ends. You can use your action to call down lightning. I will not. Then I'm going to wild shape. So I start to run forward, my little tiny gnome legs, and as I do, earth starts to grow up around my foot, and it pulls with me, and as I step another, it's more pulling up, and the earth is flecked with fire, and then it's like the broken world that we're seeing before, and eventually I lean forward, and there's this shape of there's this quadruped shape of magma with a cracked surface of stone. You're seeing basically spots of stone and magma sort of mixed together to create the hide of this beast form I'm taking. And for the sake of reference, what we're seeing is reminiscent of a giant hyena.
Oh, cool.
So you can imagine the spotted texture, but it's stone and fire. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I rush forward. They have 50-foot movement, so I can actually get maybe somewhere. Oops. So I can get basically up to them without doing anything additional.
I don't have that many, but I do have something else.
Oh, it's fine. We're already 10-foot size, so it's we're already large, so it's all good. And I'm just trying to interpose myself and this hiss of fire and gravel and just I can't obviously say anything, but I'm giving this impression of don't you dare kill these innocent people, right?
Absolutely.
Fight me, right? And I'm just trying to be an imposing.
I'm
trying to be a wall. I can't actually, but I could attack of opportunity if it comes to that.
Absolutely. So you get right up in his grill, and I gave it.
You just let me use my own stuff. I'm already 10 by 10.
Oh, okay.
You made us too big, so it's fine.
All right. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So you get right up in his grill, so he can't go after anybody else without dealing with you first. Nice.
Yeah.
Narzugan decides to look at
I need to burn a wild shape.
at Ben Coom and calls out in he calls out in this terrifying voice. It's in Infernal, and he calls forth. It's like he's calling to his allies, and his voice is amplified many times over, and he calls out in Infernal. Almost like you get the vibe like he's repeating orders. Either that he's issued before.
The speaker phone,
Yeah, or it's been issued to him, and he's just. So he calls out, I just want to make sure this is working.
They're not wild shapes.
Go forth. Destroy any demons. Harass, capture, or kill any mortals.
Tony, could you speak up?
That's canon now.
I mean, I can't even understand him.
No,
Also,
no,
I
it's
can't
okay.
speak.
Well, that works perfectly for Infernal because you don't understand what he says.
Yeah, and I can't speak, so I couldn't have said that.
Nice. All right.
Speaking
Anybody
primordial,
within
yeah.
60 feet is it needs to do a save, which
Huzzah! I made
is
it.
only Benkoon apparently.
Well, there's also a nightmare and a
Doesn't
wolf.
affect allies. Yeah, Hound of Illumin and Benkoon, please do saves.
What kind of save?
It is a
Whichever one you want.
charisma save.
Oh,
Oh, I should do that. You got it? Okay, cool.
12.
That is a fail. You are frightened.
Oh, Direwolf is frightened.
Benkoom got a 15.
Benkoom is frightened. It's the first time
Serious?
you've ever seen that. It shakes him to his core.
The 15, cool. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. That's its
that
turn.
their whole action?
Actually. Yep, that's its
Dang,
whole action.
yeah.
Burned it.
It's brutal, right? It's like I can make like 7 attacks, but I can do one other thing instead. It's just
absolutely.
like, what the heck?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? All right,
Yeah.
Fenris followed by.
I've been running battles recently, and it's
Fenris.
very frustrating.
Okay. Oh boy.
You see Benkoom's face fall from this rage down to like.
Well, I think what happens, right, is like you called out like an order, right?
Mm-hmm.
He responded.
I don't know about that.
Not like directly, but like there's a part of his brain that went, oh, yeah. And that's what's scary, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All
All right. I am going to. I need to get into about 60-foot range,
Okay.
and don't need to get quite that close. And I've got a choice to make. And I don't really like it. Because I'm gonna have to pull out a big spell. But what spell it's gonna be? This guy has been annoying. Okay. All right. I hope he's not too dexterous.
He's
Yeah,
in
play
plate
mail,
mail.
probably not.
He's in plate mail. Who knows? But I mean, the problem with telekinesis is that its strength. He seems to be strong, and
Mhm.
so I'm kind of. I don't know. So I'm going to quick cast Enervation on him.
Nice.
And what does that
Roll
do
a
again?
roll a dex saving throw. An inky black tendril, similar to how I.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
That is
it's
a
Mega
10.
Witch Bolt. Yeah.
So the
And-
DC 17.
With his save modifier, brings him to 15.
Holy crap! He is dexterous. This guy's crazy.
Well, he's not Dexy, but he's got a save.
Or he's yeah,
Yeah,
proficiency.
he's proficient in it. But you Oh, it is a spell effect, yes?
He has disadvantage.
Oh,
Advantage
okay.
cancels out.
Right, exactly.
Yep.
That Hound of Illumine has saved you so many times.
It's really
Okay.
good. It's a pretty good ability.
It is.
So
that
he
alone.
takes. So similar to how I took out the Bone Devil, he's going to take 48
Valazion
necrotic damage.
said. Hope he's not too dexterous. DM needs to make bigger battle maps so mobs can use hit and run tactics. Would be fun to SE the party trying to corner a rabbit.
Yeah, I
Okay.
feel like this is the biggest battle map I've ever done, Valexian. Actually,
Nice.
this isn't my battle map.
Yeah.
This is Dynamic Dungeons. Support them on Patreon. They do awesome work. All right. Nice. That's
So he takes 23 damage, and I
Nice.
heal 12, so I'm back up to full. And with my action, because I quick casted it, he's going to take another 48.
nice. You just siphoning this pulsing black tendril that now connects your soul to the soul of this fallen paladin. You pull its energy from it. Doing 16
and I'm going
more.
to. Well, actually, I'm going to spend a spend a sorcery point. I'll take out the 2 and the 3, and I'll keep the 7 and the 4. And I'll roll. Actually, you know what? I'll roll. I'll take out the 4, the 2, and the 3, and I'll keep the 7. So roll 3d8.
Yeah, it's under half.
Yeah.
Right.
So 14 plus 7, 21. So he's taking 23 and 21. 44 damage.
Oh, that's a lot of damage in a round. The Narzugan just almost lifts off the ground as you siphon make this connection and pull its life force from it. It
necrotic,
drags
right?
back a few feet and then plants itself back down again and spins around, ignoring Ben Coombe, and just locks eyes with you and says,
Nice.
Hi there. Is he resistant to necrotic? Like, do I feel him resisting it?
No. He took
Oh.
Okay. Just want to make sure of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's worth looking.
Important.
Okay.
All right, coming up next. This bearded devil next to turns and faces the large elemental hyena that is Felice and takes a couple of rakes across it with the beard.
Oh, they weren't sufficiently cowed by Archie. Okay, cool.
Well, you're a more present threat. Pardon me, my voice is giving out.
Oh, let me just double
Means we
check
have
my
to
AC. Yeah, because it's going to be bad. It's probably like 12 or something. Yeah, 12 AC.
The second one does hit, so it'll take...
Oh, really? Only the second?
Yep, only the second. They're not that great.
Oh, that's a 4. Sorry, yeah. The 10 was in my brain. I didn't see the 4.
So
Yeah,
you
okay.
take 8 piercing damage, and you need to do a DC con save. A DC
For the-
nothing?
Just for the poison?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm immune to poison. No, I didn't roll. No, I'm immune to poison.
Oh, you just
You see,
don't
it's-
Balazion
take it.
said,
Yeah.
do bearded devils become normal devils if you force them to shave?
Yes.
How do they like going beardless?
Well, it's like a weird nest of iron, so good luck shaving that.
yeah.
Yeah. So it like lashes into me, and like once again, just like before when I was cut into as the like stone bear, and I don't bleed because it had no blood. It's the same thing, right? It cuts in, and there's just like this weird, fiery wound that's just there's nothing there to bleed. There's nothing there to poison.
There's nothing there
and
to
I just like
bleed.
growl at it. All right, so how much damage was it? It was like 14, 8, something like that. What was
No,
it?
it was only 8 damage.
8. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Okay,
you
so-
avoided the poison damage, and yeah.
So
All right,
I
so
have
you're fine, and
45
this
hit
thing
points,
hisses
okay.
at you and says, "You're next." All right, the other one can't do all that much, so he's gonna run at the refugees that are now on the bridge. He gets to about here, and you know what? They have moved. Actually, no. This one grabs the male halfling, Philander, I think his name
The
is.
halflings were with me. Halflings were with me still.
They ran ahead. They were at the
Faster
bridge.
than I did?
Oh, that's true. I
You
guess
said
I
they were
can-
sticking with me, and then last turn I moved 50 feet, which is twice their normal walking.
Yep, that's fair. So they're back near Fenris. Oh,
Yeah.
so they get up. He runs up and grabs the girl dwarf,
Yeah,
Katara.
probably.
They're not on my map, but they are right here. All right.
Okay.
He grabs her, but that's its turn to get that far. All right. Next up. Boom. Coming up next is the refugees. They move. Boom, boom, boom. They were with Fenris. Now they're with Felice and piling around the massive elemental thing, trying to get
Nice.
onto the bridge. All right. Next up is top of the order, Bella. Followed by Hound, followed by Archie.
Just out of curiosity, not to be a dick,
Yep.
the you said the refugees went first or just now?
They just went now.
Did the dwarves not also go on that turn?
Yeah, but they're a little faster. So they managed to get a little farther.
He got into melee with them. Can she disengage and then her
movement
run?
book it? Yep, absolutely. So Katara disengages. Well, she's got to make a roll. So go ahead and make a d20.
Oh, really? Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. It's good. It's a good
Plus
point
4.
made. So, yeah. Ooh,
Oh.
11.
11?
He has to. Let's see what he rolls.
Let me see. 13. She
Yeah.
wiggles loose and he grabs her again, so she does not get a chance to run away, unfortunately. But good point.
Age?
Yeah.
Just kill him.
Well, he had grappled her, so
Yeah.
that's what that
Grappled
was.
her.
All right, next up, Darmida.
Now it's me. All right. I see this go down and I'm like, And I'm going to...
He's pretty badly hurt.
Yeah, I'm going to take my first shot at him. See how... 14?
14 hits.
So that's 9 plus...
He's pretty badly hurt already.
Plus. I gotta go get it. Too many places to go.
That's true.
Tell me about it.
That's only 12. How badly hurt was he?
The
Just
arrow
12
stabs into it and he's just like, ah, we will hold Avernus. We will take
Alright,
all of
gotta
you. And
waste
we
my
will win
next
this
one.
war.
Him.
Yep, he's still up.
They
Just.
think we're demons? Okay, cool.
That would be a 30. For another 13 plus...
And Darcy, no. But mortals, they're more valuable than that. You can put a mortal to work.
Gemini_twin said, if
Ooh.
Archibald attacks or kills the beard devil, I imagine him yelling out, haha, be sharp.
Nice. That's going to be in just a sec there, Gemini.
Have
Oh, that's a hit with a 30.
a chance to do that because I just got another 19 on
It was
him.
his last thing. Yeah, he's done. He had 1 hit point.
All right, at that point, then I'm going to
There's still another one here, though.
move
Just,
to
so
come
he still can.
to here,
Yep.
and then I am going to bonus action cast move my
your
hunter.
hunter mark.
Nice.
Nice. All right, the hunter's mark is on him now, and you're
And you're still like,
20
what,
feet
30
in
feet in the air or something? 20? Okay.
I think at this point I'm either 20.
It's just establishing you're in the air. That's the most important
Yeah,
part.
that is.
Yeah.
All right, nice. All right, that's your turn. Hound, followed by Archie, followed by Benkum.
Cool.
Hound will the Hound will try to attack again
All right.
at disadvantage. So that's the first roll. That already misses, so he misses.
Yeah,
Hound's
the
done.
hound's just nipping at it, keeping it annoyed, but
Nipping at his heels.
Yeah, that's the
Literally.
point.
all right, Archibald.
Great. So there is still one alive here. I think that Archie's mostly watching the refugees, for lack of a better term.
Yep, but
So trying to make sure those are in.
Guys, just to interrupt. I do have to leave after
Yeah.
the end of this round.
It's
that's fair.
super
It's
late.
real late.
It's really for me too.
All right. So we'll just take some quick shots. We're going to use the dagger again as the stand-in.
That's a
That
hit.
is with disadvantage of 21.
That's a hit.
And slash.
That will do sneak attack.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
engaged.
disadvantage.
No, but
disadvantage, though.
But it's
Oh,
engaged.
You can't have sneak attack if it's disadvantage. It's just a blanket rule that
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Ally?
7 damage. Yeah,
Yeah,
as
you
long
do
if
the
you
ally.
if you're shooting at disadvantage, you just straight up lose any opportunity to do disadvantage.
Yeah, but
Okay.
he has an ally within range.
Right. So he still has disadvantage, so it doesn't matter.
All right.
I think
that
what
one gets
I think what Archie would
While is he
eventually
on?
actually
Sid.
start moving in.
When's next game gonna be?
We usually play Tuesdays, but we're gonna have to skip next week actually, because I am away. So it will be the following Tuesday. So that next
I'm
week's
hoping that we
21st, so
can,
28th, and we might do some other games between now and then too.
I'm hoping maybe we can arrange something else like a one shot next week. But
That'd be fun.
if we do, it's probably gonna be on my channel instead at Darcy Bits.
Yeah. I'll definitely set up the auto host, so you can always find us through SideQuests, or go check out Darcy Bits on Twitch as well. We're gonna be wrapping it up in just a moment here. At this point, Archie leans over and fires and says, "Ha, be sharp!" And the crossbow bolt just pings this guy a little bit. Doesn't do a lot, but it does ping him.
Right. This is just a regular bow too. It's just a crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of the
Probably should be
refuge.
throwing daggers.
Yeah. Well, couldn't reach from here.
Oh, I can't. Not enough range, right? Yeah.
Um,
What were you saying, Gordon? You said there was something.
He's
I
gotta get
mean,
going.
yeah, we got to get going at the end of the
Alright.
round. But I'd say it's at some point Archie's going to want to start to re-engage, right? Because he's kind of out of the fight mostly.
What I wanted Archie to do is to yell something like,
He's standing by.
everybody, like
Get inside.
move your arms, get in here. I know it's not his voice, but like,
Hmm.
and there's even a point where he's gonna say something basically like, "Do you want to stay there and fight while I close this gate to protect these refugees, or do you want me to leave it open and wait for you to get in here?" Right? But again, 6-second rounds. I don't know if we have time. So that's like the tenor of that. I don't have the
Staying or
Right
leaving,
now,
we need to make up our minds.
right, because like he can drop the gate and say, "You guys will be fine. You can continue fighting," and then raise it, or not, depending on what you think. But he's encouraging you to get to the gate. Right? It's a defensible position. We can start
All
shooting
right,
people through it if we need to.
Keep it on. Ben Coom.
There
Ben
we go.
Coom is gonna. He's frightened.
Yeah.
I think Ben Coom's gonna start running.
Reckless.
Or
Does it force him to run?
no.
Yeah.
Then he won't. Like,
Yeah, he won't.
If you're scared
He'll-
of something, you kill that something.
That's fair.
then
He'll-
you're
he'll-
not scared of it anymore.
If I was Ben Coom, I would reckless and just straight roll.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. So the first attack will be
Nice.
20.
Oh, that hits.
Okay, so his
Just.
AC's 20.
Just hits.
So
Nice.
11 damage
Nice.
plus
Four,
14.
3, yeah, sorry, plus 3, 14 damage. So we're whittling him down a bit.
And then the
baby.
second is a 23.
No.
Nice.
That last one. Crunch, and he hits the shield, collapses the shield arm. The hammer, the maul just continuing on, smashing in the armor. The clavicle caves in, and the Nazugan crumples in front of
Wow,
him.
really? He was that badly hurt
He was real hurt.
from the.
Yeah, your
necron.
innervation was rough.
Good job, Gord.
Okay.
Ben
was
Coom gets the kill, though. Nicely done.
Kill on the first one.
Yes.
So then, can I take the second one toward the horse,
Sure.
the nightmare?
Do you
Yep.
need to be? I don't think you do, but I'm just checking. Do you need to be using Great Weapon Master to get your bonus attack? I don't think so, right?
No, I think
No,
can
you
just
don't.
do it.
Yeah, so
he
you get
gets
another
two.
2 attacks still.
Yeah. you can
Right.
double-
So
And
first
he's
one.
no longer frightened.
And you're no longer frightened. So you'd probably just reckless on this thing.
Okay, so then
First one was reckless anyway, so it's just
Yeah,
the whole
so it
round.
has to be.
24 hits.
18 for the first hit,
Yep.
and then the
Nazugan goes
second
down.
hit.
These are not that hard. They're just
Um,
good mounts.
is another 24.
Yep, that also hits. What's the damage total?
So 28 total, I believe.
28 total. Oh, this thing is just brutalized as he smashes it. Its ribs start caving in. It's still alive, but it is extremely hurt. All right, after Ben-Kum. After Ben-Kum, the nightmare rears up and leaps up into the air and tries to fly away. Ben-Kum gets an attack of opportunity as...
Sentinel.
All right.
Oh, he does have
Make your roll, and it's still reckless technically.
Okay.
Because he activated reckless at the beginning of the last turn.
Nice.
Oh, that is when you
So-
do that. That is a crit.
Oof.
It is.
Which means
That's-
he gets another attack after this. However, I don't think he
Well,
needs it.
he doesn't have
No,
a
it's a
bonus
bonus
action.
action. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right. He doesn't have a bonus.
This is
anymore.
just a reaction, so.
Pretty.
So it's just
uh,
going away. How do you
10.
want to describe it?
I feel like he's already got some gore and ichor all over him. And, this already menacing looking dude just swings around and he's like, "You're not going anywhere." And he just takes his maul and reaches up and just smashes it in its head.
Nice. And just caves in, and the whole thing just crumbles into ash and smoke. And there's just nothing there after that. It just crumples. It is gone.
Nobody messes with Ben-Kum.
All right. Shall we say... well, it is Fenris's turn.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Correction. It's Felice's turn. What do you want to do, Felice?
I can't talk, but I stare down this bearded devil. I assume they just crack at that point. Like, they have nothing to fight for. Well, how do they react?
He's going to start to turn and run.
All right. I'm going to let them run. I'm going to pick up the corpse of Sean and also see if I can get the halflings to get on my back and carry them in.
Only one halfling is brave enough to ride you. It's that little kid that you talk to the tree with.
Nice.
He climbs up on top. You pick up Sean's body in your massive jaws, and the rest of you head inside as this one bearded devil just makes a run for it. Unless Fenris wants to
I'm
polish him
sure
up.
someone's going to try and kill him, but... it's not my
Fenris?
jam.
Yeah.
Pew, pew, pew.
Is he hurt?
He's damaged a little bit.
A little bit.
Majesty is intent, right? Like, he hasn't actually run yet, right? He's
No.
still over here.
No, technically... Oh, yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, let's give him 5 feet so you knew he was booking it. He just looks at you,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, and starts turning.
Yeah.
You see he's
Cool.
making a run for it, Fenris. What do you want to
Great. Because, like, I've also moved effectively.
So he killed Seamus, yeah?
do?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Blight.
Wow, overkill. You were just going to be like, Frost Ray or something.
He'll survive that.
Yeah, he would. You're right.
And he
DC 17.
Yeah, he doesn't make that save. Go ahead and make your roll.
So I look at him in my eye, even though I'm disguising my eyes
You almost
still
made it.
start to glow, and I make the motions with my hands like jaws, and as I do, shadowy jaws of a wolf and close on him, and he takes 39 necrotic.
Ooh. Yeah, that's enough.
He's straight with us. How much did he have? Like 5, 10?
No, but he wasn't that badly hurt. He was only
Oh, really? Okay.
No, it
He'd
wasn't
only
bad,
taken
but
one crossbow and
Crossbow
like
bow.
maybe one other thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
I thought Darmida got some shots on him already.
Not on him.
Not on
Okay.
him.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Oh, he
Ash him.
crumples to the ground, and just his body rolls, and Yeah, he just hits the dirt right there. Just
Bouldering and necrotizing, whatever that means in a devil.
All right. That's pretty much it, folks.
Yeah, we cut
and we're
here.
out of time. So
we are overtime by
we
like
are
an hour.
Yeah, sorry about that. So we're overtime. You guys managed to get inside. Archibald's like, about time. And he drops the portcullis behind you with a clatter, 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 as you guys have made it inside the high hall. I don't know what's going on with Ben Coombe. Ben Coombe
I don't know.
Out and then back in again. Archibald calls down, did everybody make it? And
We're here.
everybody's panting and just exhausted. And the kid riding on the back of Felice is like,
Old man.
again. Sorry?
The old man.
The old man made it in with the rest of the refugees.
Okay. Darmida will be okay now.
And with that, we're going to stop for the night. Thanks very much, everybody. Sorry we went so far over. I'm a dick.
Just close on the portcullis, just like, and it cuts to black. Yeah.
Exactly. You are now locked in the high hall, for better or
Wow.
for worse.
I mean, we have the lack. It's fine.
You guys can get out if you need to. All right, thanks very much. Oh, by the way, that bearded devil was laying there, rolling back and forth. You can see him from the portcullis, being like, "Ooh, it hurts. I'm dead." As he rolled a nat 1 on his deception check to play dead. He's like, "This is how mortals die, right? This is it."
Oh, they didn't die.
Which one? The one I blighted?
Yeah. He was pretending to be dead.
The one I blighted was pretending to be dead?
And as you guys get inside, his head lifts up, and he looks, and you see it.
Oh, we're finishing him off.
Yeah, I would think at that point.
Like,
we-
I'd be like,
Finn.
oh, he's still alive. I would.
Beard devil rolls into the ditch on the nat 1.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Actually,
I like that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm so dead. I'm pretending to be. Whoa, oh crap! And he falls in the lava.
Fair.
You know what? He might be immune, but he's still gonna drown in that.
It's
Drowns in
hugely
lava.
inconvenient.
Oh, that sounds awful.
It also sounds like really embarrassing. How did you die? I died in lava. You're immune to fire. Oh. All right. And I believe that brings us full circle back to our original give those ditches fire. Ditches love fire. I love it. Thanks very much for joining us, everybody. I think that's it for tonight. Sorry to go so far over time. We're not going to be here next week. So, well, actually, maybe Darcy will run a game next week. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be here next week on vacation. But
yeah.
I will be back on the 28th for another Tuesday night game of Morally Ambiguous. And hope you guys can all join us.
I have to have one Wednesday where I'm not exhausted for work.
That's fair. That's fair.
One.
We could also maybe switch the day. Don't forget, Internet, if you're interested in playing, we might have a guest spot open up. So hit us on the Instagram and we'll figure stuff out. Otherwise, thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for playing, guys. And you guys made it to the high hall.
Yeah.
All right.
Good game. Very fun.
Thanks.
Good to have you there, chat. Everyone's
Yeah.
excellent.
Chat always makes things better. Thanks very much, Valexian, Gemini Twin, Yelfin, and everybody. And the silent lurkers. We love our silent lurkers. Lurk on with your lurk selves.
Come here, Archie.
Good night, guys.
Yo Finn.
Night.
Said. CYA folks.
CYA. CYA indeed.
Yo Finn. Said. 07. Gemini_twin. Said. Y'all have a good night.